After the battle with the Thracian soldiers, our adventurers discovered that archway at the base of the volcano was some type of portal that had recently been damaged and no longer of use. The group retreated to orbit for a much-needed rest, and upon regaining their strength, they saved a small group of Kindori from the terrible jaws of a night scaver. Riding upon one of the Kindori was a beautiful yet strange elven woman named Fiona. Fiona informed the group that dementia deceived her and her sister Singe, a Horizon Walker, into helping her find the husk of a dead god within the astral sea. Once found, dementia killed Singe, with Fiona barely able to escape thanks to her now trusted Kindori friends. With Fiona's help, the party has discovered the site of the dead god floating in the midst of the astral sea. And where we left off last time, you guys had tucked your vessel in under the hand of this husk of a petrified dead god, floating adrift in the astral sea, under which was a makeshift landing platform where you saw another spelljamming vessel on top of the back of the hand. So you guys imagine the hand here, your ship is tucked underneath, and there's another ship like parked on top of the back of the hand. And that's when you guys looked out and saw the other familiar ship that you know starting to float in your direction. So I got a question for you guys on your ship under the hand. What are you doing now in this moment as you start to recognize that Rayla is returning to you aboard the Scorpion ship?
And about to blow our cover. We also saw like Duragar like in the hand, right? Underneath.
Not in the hand. It was in the mouth.
Oh, in the mouth.
The
right.
the teeth inside were carved out like homes or buildings, and you could see them kind of milling about within the teeth of the mouth of the dead god.
Right. Because originally we were going to go in there and hide, and then we were like, maybe not, and went into the hand instead.
I think I'm just like preparing myself for, because I know there's going to be probably fighting coming up at some point soon. So like just making sure I have everything I need for all that kind of stuff, and yeah, that is what I am doing.
How long do we think it's gonna take for Rayla's ship to be in visible range of the other ship?
Well, general rule is if you can see her, then she can see you, which means you're pretty much within sight range. You would hope that Rayla is being very sneaky about things, and you guys are aware of your situation and surroundings when some of the other individuals upon the dead god don't seem to be privy to your presence at this moment.
I think it's ambush time at this point.
You want me to go try and scout ahead a little bit?
Not sure how much time you'll have, but if you want to go up and scout, and I will wait until the last possible minute for Rayla to get in range, and I will pull her up, and we will pincer this ship from both sides. Rayla coming from this way, we're coming from this way. So I will try and time it that. Throw them in.
Yeah.
So I don't. However long that takes, that's all you got.
I know Cecil wants to try and take this ship as well.
Yeah.
This kind of goal.
Yeah.
So I think we could probably safely say Cecil might come with me to try and sneak in and maybe jump into the spelljamming helm so he can just literally steal the ship if nobody's on board.
Cecil wants nothing else. But yeah, it would take him an hour to attune to that vessel.
Right.
So.
That's what I'm getting.
He'll start the process.
Okay.
He'll get the car warmed up.
Before Cleo heads off,
yeah.
I will pull her and give her a hug and be careful.
I'm always careful, but I will be extra careful. I have a a spell that I can do to make me a little harder to see. So that should be good, I think. Should I take Cassius with me? He's very sneaky too.
If you need someone to be able to unlock anything.
Yeah, and then also I'm not the only target. You know, if things do go badly.
I want to double check Cecil's character sheet to see if he hasn't in anything that would help
He
to
has
make
darkness. And I have Pass Without a Trace, so I can make everybody within range
Pass
of
Without
me,
a Trace is good, yeah.
Yeah. Kind of get the little cover. Captain, do you think I should bring Cassius with me, or is he going to be, you know, more trouble than he's worth? He's very sneaky. Not as sneaky as me, but you know.
I kind of like leave that to Caesius. Normally she would order him around, but with this situation, I think she's gonna let him decide to see if. So he can't blame me for anything that goes wrong later. It's gonna be his choice.
I mean, if you can't handle it, it's fine. I just thought, you know, 2 targets is better than 1 if something goes wrong.
Hey, listen, I can handle it.
It's alright. You know what? It's fine. Why don't you stay here and I'll go, and you can stealth on the ship.
I'm gonna. If he wants to go, I'll hand him a potion of healing.
Thanks, sis, but I just don't think I'm gonna need it. But I'll take it.
Do you want it or not?
I'll take it, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Do you want some assistance with your stealth?
What kind of question is that?
Just say yes.
Alright, sure.
I'll cast Pass Without a Trace on, I guess, probably it's on myself, but I'll make sure that Caesius and Cecil are nearby, so they can stealth as well.
Okay. Pass Without a Trace is cast. We're gonna do a quick pan to the deck of the Scorpion ship, where we have Rayla approaching. Rayla, there is a strange, well, to our viewers and to the party, there is another individual aboard your vessel. Standing there, older looking gentleman in a very elegant robe. You know him because he stopped and gave you guys some riddles one time within the Astral Sea.
My best bud.
Over the course of this little travel, you've learned that his name is Aekius the Archmage, and he just enjoys. A little bit about him is he just enjoys astral projecting to the Astral Sea to search for interesting things, to look for adventurers that are wandering around and find new places. He's an astral explorer, so to speak. And he just loves coming and blessing people with magical gifts and such, and likes to help them find their way. And he stumbled upon you kind of trying to find your way back to your party. And just like he did before, instructing you guys that you were going in the wrong direction, has led you back to your party. And he kind of looks at you and he's like, well, there is much more for me to do. It was so great to get to know you, Rayla.
What is his name?
Aekius the Archmage.
Aekius, thank you ever so much for your assistance in my endeavors. You know, I would love to give you a riddle since you gave us some. Before you go, a little extra one to put in your pocket. I've been working on it this entire time.
Oh, absolutely. Please, I love riddles.
What is that which sees everything save itself?
You've stumped me.
Eyes. And I feel like when I say that, like Rayla's hair, like little octopus eyes, like briefly open in it.
Beautiful. I love it. He's like, I will definitely add that to my repertoire. Well,
Super quick question, Michael.
mhm.
So either when I was like with the cult, or maybe he gave me this, could I have potentially picked up? Could I have potentially gotten? What is it? Hold on, I have to look up what it is. A pickled tentacle and an eyeball and a platinum inlaid vial worth at least 400 gold pieces.
I will say that when you visited back home with your... Yes, you were able to pick that up.
Okay, cool.
I wonder what you need that for.
A pickled tentacle?
Since you weren't here last week and you didn't get to do all your leveling up till last minute, so yes.
Yeah.
I will allow it.
Nice. I wave
but
goodbye to our
Eckius
wizard friend.
kind of says goodbye, and you see him just kind of float off, and you can see that little, like, that string, that little tether that seems to just hang off of his back as he just drifts off and disappears into the mist of the astral sea.
I look at like one of my cultists. I'm like, that's the smart way to go exploring, is to just send your consciousness instead of your physical body. We'll have to work on that. I think that would be a very good idea.
Is that something that is capable? Can we do this?
Yes, of course we can.
Can we all do that? Oh, wow. That is an incredible
If that
power.
loony old man can do it, then so can we.
He was rather loony.
He's charming. But yes, a bit off of his rocker. A few marbles missing.
He did give me these 10 gold pieces, though.
Oh, that's wonderful.
As an offering to you.
Of course, your tithes are important.
Yes.
Thank you.
You can add 10 gold to your character sheet, Rayla.
Oh my god. I'm literally gonna be like, have you paid your tithes if he didn't say it was for me? Well, it looks like the others have arrived. I suppose we'll carefully pull up to them.
Okay, so you're pulling up under. So basically, if you're able to see in Roll20, there's a handout that says the site. If you click on that image, it'll open up a handout.
Oh,
and you'll be
yeah.
seeing what we're seeing. So that's basically what this is that you're pulling up to. And you see the hand in the distance, the one on the higher part of the picture. There is a small, what looks to be like mosquito type looking Spelljammer ship on the back of the palm of the hand, on the top of the hand, and under the palm, that's where you can see the bloodlust is kind of just chilling underneath the palm of the hand.
Yeah, I will sneakily guide the scorpion ship over to the bloodlust, and I will tell my followers to keep an eye on our surroundings. Like the dead god body behind us, below us, above us.
Good thinking.
I got four of them, so I can look in 4 directions.
Okay. Do this. Go ahead. I want you to make... We're just going to use your stealth roll. I want you to make a stealth roll, but I'm going to give you advantage because of all the communication you're having with your cultists and how devoted they are to you. They're going to do the best they can to scout out, look out, and try to help you to sneak up.
Wrong roll. Okay, stealth. Oh, God! 12.
12 is your advantage roll?
Yeah, the other one was a 3. Yeah, I accidentally rolled a sleight of hand first, and that one was a 15. I should have kept that, but it wasn't actually a stealth roll. I clicked it on accident. It's the same modifier, but...
Right, so you cruise on up, and you tuck yourself under the hand. You pull up where you're at. While you're doing this, though, we're going to go to the stealth group, the other stealth group, because it's going to take you a little while to kind of try to be sneaky to get up to where the bloodlust is. So we'll transition back to Cleo, Caesius, and Cecil. So Cleo, I'm gonna let you do most of like the directions, and because I don't really want to roleplay Cecil too much, and Caesius is an NPC, so I want you to be the person who's making the decisions here. He's just
unfortunately, the rest of my party's not very stealthy. So otherwise, Cleo would have been like, "Hey guys, why don't we all go check it out?" But she's like, "You have heavy armor. You are just heavy in general."
So what I would like you to do is kind of, I guess, describe to me how exactly you would like to sneak up on this, because basically you're in a floating vessel underneath the palm of a hand, and you're trying to get up to the top without being seen. Oh no, we've got a bit battle going on in chat now.
We are in the astral sea, which means we can just move by thought, right?
Yes, you can move by thought. It's just I want to, like, where are you going? Are you going in between fingers? Are you trying to like
yeah.
what are you trying to do?
I think Cleo is going to try, I guess if we're in like the center of the palm, like where's the ship located? We're in like the center of the palm, right?
Yeah, kind of like it'd be like right on the your ship is right where this D20 is. Yeah, just floating there, and the other ship's just like parked. It's landed like right on the center, just like that.
Yeah, yep. So then I think probably between like the fingers that are closest to the ship would be the best.
Closest to the ship. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Oh no! The bit battle's getting intense.
Listen, we're almost to a hype train. We need literally like one more person to do a thing.
Hype train.
I don't even know how to do a thing, or I do a thing.
I'm terrible with bits and stuff in Twitch. I'm just awful at it. Cool. Yeah, so you're gonna kind of go up through the, like, I would say between like the middle finger and the ring finger, kind of.
Yeah.
As you guys tucking up in
thinking.
there.
Yeah.
So you guys just mentally start floating up there. So
right.
I guess go ahead and make your stealth roll.
Okay.
And these are plus 10s, so I'm gonna make one for Cecil and one for Caesius as well to back you up. So.
God, I always forget Cleo has such a high stealth. I'm so used to playing a cleric all the time.
Cecil's stealth is awful.
Yeah, it is.
It's a good thing you got a plus 10 on him. And he rolled really good. That's a 27 for Cecil. And a 31 for Caesius.
Oh, I beat him again. I'm 33. Just barely. I was late for it. I'm like... No, yeah, I rolled a 12. I have a plus 11 and then plus 10.
So you guys start floating up between there. And I would say you're probably like stopping to just kind of like, as you're floating up, kind of tucking yourself down low to make sure that you're not being overly visible. Because you're sneaking up, you guys definitely rolled high enough to sneak up and see what's going on. So I'm going to take you over to a new map, and I'm going to show you what it is that you see, so that way you can kind of get some thoughts around this. So I'm going to move you guys over to here. Are you guys able to see that map?
Yes.
Okay. I'm shift pinging you guys, like you're more looking to the front of the ship in your location. And this ship... Yes, there's a bunch of Gith out there. There's one standing to the right of you, so it'd be the south of the map, sort of standing there and just kind of got his arms crossed like this, and he's looking out towards the astral sea. You've got one, yeah, that guy. You've got one that you can see on top of the highest point of the ship, the highest point of the deck, next to the mangonel, and he's looking in the same direction. Just kind of looking out there, kind of like leaning over the balcony kind of banister area, just like putting his arms on a railing.
Looking, like off this way?
They're looking to the
looking
south.
Out this
Yes,
way?
looking to the south.
Okay.
Okay, and then when you look past this, beyond the vessel, you can see that there's 3 more Gith that are going through and moving around some boxes, some crates, and other items back there.
Is this box literally actually rainbow, or did you just do that so that you know what it is?
It is literally rainbow.
Oh no.
There is something extremely special about that box. And it's visible, like you can see. There is something
like
that
literally
box
rainbow colored.
It's like and it's shifting colors.
No,
like it's animated, like the colors are moving like an LED light. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful box.
I need it. Okay. I think Cecil is gonna try and check out, like, through the windows, would be my guess, to see if there's anybody on board. Because if he can just steal this right out from under their noses, I think that's gonna be his ultimate goal. And then he'll start, like, attuning and that sort of thing.
Okay.
Because Jamie was very specific. He's like, I want to steal that ship. That's all I want. Steal that ship. So that's your mission for tonight. So,
Okay.
I think that's what he's gonna do. And then I am going to... Oh gosh, Cleo, what are you going to do? I'm gonna send... Well, we don't have any information yet. There's not really anything that I could set... Because I was gonna say I'm gonna send Caesius back to give an update to the captain, but really that would just be like, hey, there's a bunch of gifts standing around and a shiny crate, and that would not be very helpful.
Yeah, and you made a point last time that we were together that you didn't have any information.
So Cleo's very like,
Cleo wants to have the
I
information,
not disappoint
right?
the captain again, and give her nothing. So I'm going to try and... I think Cleo is going to try and stealth around this way, like this side of the ship, since they're all facing that direction currently.
Here, I'll give you a token on there. I'll put Cecil's on there too. And I'll have to grab Caesius's from another map. I don't have them like ready. Well, maybe I have them at the bottom. No, I don't. Figures. Alright, so you wanted to go over to the right side of the ship then? I'm going to say you guys got that. I'm gonna
start going like this way, up around over here.
Basically, when you guys get to a point where I think you would need to make another stealth roll, that's when I'll kind of call for one. But right now I'm going to continue. I mean, you guys were super stealthy and sneaking up, so I'm gonna...
Oh yeah, that's the only reason Cleo's taking risks, is because she's like, I am so stealth right now, there's no way they're gonna see me. But she is gonna still, like, take caution, so she's making sure, like, as long as they're facing the other direction, she's keeping an eye on them to make sure that they're still looking away. And I'm gonna stay, like, near cover as well, so that I can duck behind a crate or something if they seem like they might potentially see me.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go full Metal Gear Solid right now.
Okay. Yeah, you're sneaking up, and you're watching these three in the back, and it just kind of looks like they're trying to move boxes in a manner that they're sort of out of the way. And they've got this really shimmering, beautiful looking box down here that is... And basically it's centered to the back of the vessel a little bit, and you can see that there is a loading platform that seems to be descending down and touching the surface in the back of this vessel. So it's like, imagine like a loading platform slanted down, and then 10 feet or so, then you got this sparkling rainbow glimmering box there.
So they're putting it on the ship, or they just took it off of the ship?
You don't know. It's just sitting there.
Okay.
You don't know if it was taken off or they're getting ready to put it on. You didn't get there in time to see it unloaded or loaded. So.
Okay. I didn't know if like they were in process of either loading or unloading other boxes, so that I could tell what's going on. Okay, so I'm gonna just keep on keeping on. Cleo's gonna stick up behind the wings.
Yeah, and those legs are like sticking on the ground, so you could like duck in behind one of them and kind of peer around. You see the Gith are just grabbing boxes, stacking them out of the way. The two Gith like come together, and like one of them has to pick up one side and the other one has to pick up another. And it clearly looks like the one to the south is kind of giving them direction. You can't hear what they're saying, but he's kind of pointing in other ways.
This guy down here? Right here?
This guy right here.
Okay.
This guy
alright.
looks like he's giving these two directions, and they are like moving boxes and trying to get things cleaned and tidied up here in this space.
Okay, so they're all actively interacting with these boxes right now.
Currently, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Um.
We'll have to come up with a new plan. What is Cleo?
You look back, and Caesius is still like tucked back in between like the two fingers, and he kind of makes eye contact with you at one moment and is like, he's not sure what you wanted him to do, because the initial plan was, I think, you wanted him to go back to the captain and...
She had thought about if she needed to have him go back to the captain and make a report, but there's no report to make at this point. So I think just like have him stay. Well, no.
What hand signal do you give him for stay?
The same one I give my dog. Stay.
Yes. I love it. Okay. So you're trying to think about your next step. We're gonna bamf back to the other group where the Scorpion ship has slowly made its way up beside the new Bloodlust. And Rayla, you have been reunited with Zarin and Zalath, as both of your vessels are now tucked underneath. You're a little nervous. You're not sure if anybody saw you or not on your approach. You're not 100% certain, but as of right now, no alarm seems to have sounded, or nothing is coming near your vessel. So,
welcome back, Rayla.
How did it go?
It was fine. You know, I've really never actually had to perform the funeral rite, although I am aware of it. It's rather interesting. Zalath, I feel like you might find it interesting. We basically put the bodies into an ornamental casket, and we launch it into the Dark Star. And we don't know where they go after that. Into the great beyond.
Oh, all right.
They will meet us in the next life.
I am sorry I missed the funeral.
I feel like it's that sort of scientific, I don't know, you and your
No, it would definitely,
magical...
I would love to see the Dark Star at some point. That would be very interesting.
It's very lovely. It burns
That's
cold.
so beautiful.
Well, I think we need to get ready to ambush this ship up there, if that's what our plan still is. That's where Cleo, Cecil, and your brother went. So, if one of you all could get me above the ship, that would be ideal for me.
I mean, I can fly above and you can drop down like a cannonball.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Should we wait to hear back from the others, or do we want to...
I don't know, that's they might not be able to get a message back to us, but then again, we just have no clue, so I don't really know what the correct...
I will give Cleo another 10 minutes, and if she's not back by then, or if we hear something otherwise, cannonball.
Sounds good to me.
So I'm gonna instruct my brother to go up deck to like listen to see if there's noises. I'll send Solon up.
Alright, I can do that. And Solon seems to kind of like get on the top deck and ready just to be extra perceptive, listening out.
Please. Thank you.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
I will get ready and I will activate my armor, so hit my chains and my armor expands over myself, and I'm ready.
Going into Power Rangers Zalath mode?
basically.
Yeah, I love it.
Assuming you guys like fill me in about Hazel wanting that
Absolutely.
ship. I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like it's kind of easy to think like you see a ship, he wants it, kind of thing. Like it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter what the situation is.
Yeah.
I think Rayla will tell her 4 remaining followers to do what they can to support Cecil in that, so that way they're not like in the fracas if there's a fight.
Okay, all right.
So taking care of him
Okay.
whenever
all
we
right.
go, if we go up there.
Yeah. They just look at you and kind of one bow, says, "We will do our duty."
We will build an armada for our cause.
Zarin smirks at that. I like the sound of that.
And this, like, Cleo,
Ew, good idea.
Cecil, like, up top here, this is a beautiful vessel.
Oh, Cleo
this
is very
like,
like, this is my
it's-
aesthetic.
Yeah,
It's all pastel rainbows. I
Yeah.
want it.
Yeah.
it's small. It's a small vessel.
That's even
But
better.
it's-
Perfect. That's
But it's
perfect
beautiful.
for us 3.
Yeah.
You get a ship. You get a ship. You get a
My
ship.
ship.
All right. So as you're watching up top, Cleo, as we transfer back up to the top of the hand, we're going above and below. The 2 other Gith are kind of instructed to come down here and start pulling a couple of these boxes away from this glowing box, and you can see them kind of moving boxes down here and reorganizing things in this space as this one still kind of commands them and instructs them along.
Does it seem like they're mostly done with what they were doing with these boxes for the moment?
Seems like for the moment, yes.
Okay. I'm going to keep sneaking up till I can get like right here.
Hmm.
I'm also going to keep on ready. I have a bonus action thing that I can do. If I feel like any of them notice me, I will immediately cast Etherealness.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Because I just got that at level 7. I was like, I don't think this is ever going to be useful. And then I was just looking at it and I'm like, well, it only lasts 6 seconds, but that's enough time to get the fuck out.
So I do have a question for you. Do you what languages do you speak?
Cleo speaks Common, Celestial, Primordial, Undercommon, Draconic, and Gnomish.
Okay.
All the languages.
All of them except the one you need right now.
Right, yeah, I don't speak Gith, unfortunately. That is
Yeah.
definitely not something Cleo would have been exposed to.
They
We
are
killed
definitely
all the Gith we
speaking
ran
to
into.
each other. Now that you're closer, you can start to hear some of the words, but it's a strange language that you just can't seem to understand. It's nothing you've heard. Well, you might have heard Gith before the language, but you just don't understand it. You never learned it. So
Can I try and like intuit sort of their vibe? Do they seem like aggressive? Do they seem like
okay. Why don't you do this? Why don't you
like
can either
they're
make
just like soldiers here doing a mission and they're like on top of it and that's it?
you could make an insight check, you could make a perception check, you could make an investigation check.
Yeah, I want to.
Those
do
would
those
probably
things.
be the best 3, I would say, unless you can make an argument for another one.
I'm good at both perception and insight,
Yeah.
so I will take one of those. I'll do
Okay.
insight on them. I do also want to do like perception to look at like the crates and see what information I can get off of those, especially the rainbow crate. But I might need to go a little closer for that one.
Okay. Sure.
Can I like lift the like lids and stuff and try and peek in between the cracks to see what's in these crates that are
Oh,
next
the
to me
crates?
right now?
Yeah, you could do that.
All right, so I guess I'll do insight for the gift. That is a 17 plus 6 is 23.
23. Nice.
Yeah, I'm doing a vibe check.
Vibe check is, well, of course, they're obviously preparing for something. And to you, it appears as if they are waiting for something.
So this guy is only somewhat in charge. He's not the captain. He's just the guy in charge of this particular...
Your vibe is this guy's in charge of these people.
Right.
And they're waiting for something to happen, and they're just finding stuff to do while they're waiting. Okay? That's your vibe.
They're sweeping the floor over and over again until they run out the clock. Yeah.
I'm bored. I need something to do. I'm gonna move these boxes until they look nice and boss these people around because that's what I'm here to do. That's the vibe that you're getting.
Okay.
But you're also getting this too when you're just kind of watching them closely. You're seeing that like they're not like normal Gith that you've seen in their equipment that they're wielding and carrying. Most of the time when you see Gith, you've seen, I would say these are more haphazardly put together Gith, and maybe even almost to the point where they have more than what normal Gith would probably have. Your notion is they might be some type of either paid mercenaries or something.
Mercenary, yeah.
That's the vibe that you get from these guys as well.
Okay. So these aren't part of like the official Gith like army or anything like that. These are just a bunch of randos that got hired.
The vibe that you get is they're just paid employees.
Okay. And so none of these are the guys who are in charge. They're waiting for whoever is actually in charge. Okay. Can I like peek at these crates that are right in front of me before I go try and mess with the rainbow crate?
These crates particularly they are like closed. So you do run the risk of like, making a lot of noise pulling a lid off of these. It's kind of like, they have like nails like in the top of them that would creak or, make noise as you're trying to pull up the top. You can try, but that's up to you. And as you're getting ready to like creep in that box, coming out of nowhere, Cecil appears next to you.
What?
As he kind of floats slow to the ground, and he's just looking at you. He's like, I can't use my Cecil voice because I don't have one prepared. But imagine really bubbly gurgly voice like like he has, and he looks at you and says, "There isn't anybody in the helm.
Okay.
The cockpit's open, but that one on the top is just." I don't know, he's kind of close to the door. He's watching out.
Okay.
Maybe I can go in that way. And he points to the loading ramp.
Maybe wait? Maybe wait.
Okay. Because
you don't want them to see... Well, I guess they haven't seen us so far. Yeah, you go ahead. You got this.
You change your mind? You're gonna let him go?
Yes.
Okay.
Cecil, honestly, he probably would have just been like convincing her anyways. Like eventually it would have gone around like, no, I think I got this, and she would have been like, yeah, okay. So I think that's kind of how it happens. Cleo's pretty easy to convince, especially for Cecil.
Cecil looks over and stops, and then looks at you, Cleo, and it's like, oh no, what's he doing? And you can look up and you see Caesius is like floating up near the top of the vessel, like behind where that one guy at the top is, like sneaking up behind him. He is not even looking at you.
Your brother's gonna die, sorry.
I apologize for my brother.
It would probably break stealth if I tried to shoot him. Would it break stealth if I just threw something at him?
It's a far throw from where you're at.
I'm really good at throwing things.
That's a pretty far throw. You're talking about 80 feet. Can you... What's that, like a 40-yard throw? I mean, yeah, if you're a quarterback on a college football team, you might be able to pull it off.
I can do it.
A hand axe max range is 60 to throw. I'm just throwing that out there. Max range of a throwing weapon is 60 feet for a hand axe.
My brother with an axe.
As a reference to how far people can throw things typically. I just wanted to throw
That's good.
say that.
Okay.
But you try it. I mean, hey, go for it.
Cecil, go stop him, and I'm going to So there's no I can't look through the cracks on these crates at all.
I mean, not really. I mean, these crates are. It wasn't like the other place where the crates were all beat up and nasty looking. These are actually pretty decent.
Okay. Cleo is going to. Well, wait. Let me read the spell really quick. You can't see anything.
Oh, I had some sneaking music. Where's my sneaking music? There it is.
So I can still, when I cast
sneaking
Etherealness, just to clarify, I can still see what's on the material plane. I just can't be seen by anything in the material plane, and I can't interact with anything.
Yeah, you can see it, you just can't interact with it. Yeah, you're a ghost, essentially, yeah.
Etherealness is a very underutilized ability.
Yeah,
I think stick your head in the box and be like,
I literally think that's what I'm gonna do.
This stuff.
Not just this box. I'm doing the rainbow box too. So Cleo's gonna, because I've got 6 seconds, and I'm very fast. So I'm gonna try and bonus action Etherealness, and then I'm gonna just zip through as many crates as I can. But I definitely want to hit the rainbow crate.
And you told Cecil to go stop Caesius, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Cecil floats off as quickly as he can, and I believe that he will be able to do that because he basically gets over there, and you can see Cecil, before you go ethereal, grabs Kaisi and pulls him down back under the wing, tucked under the wing, and you can see all these hand gestures and motions going on from Cecil, what are you doing? I was getting bored. It's back and forth.
Cleo has learned her lesson. Next time the answer is no, I'm not bringing Caesius with me.
So you're going ethereal.
Yeah, and I just want to go through the crate so that I can see what's in them, especially the rainbow crate.
Okay, that's gonna be real weird at times. So you're going through, and there's the first crate is a bunch of food.
Okay.
You go through some of those barrels, and from what you can tell, it's you presume it's a fine wine or something like that in some of those barrels. With the wooden crates, other than food and just general supplies, you do see that there are if you remember, there were some mining tools and stuff in the derelict nautiloid that you guys were on a while ago. There's some of those in one of the crates. As you go to ethereal through the rainbow crate,
I'm on the ethereal plane, essentially.
You're on a different plane of existence. So you kind of come into this box, and what you see is, let me check something really fast. I want to make sure that I'm describing this to you correctly before I give it all away. I can't remember. Etherealness. Okay, yeah. So you see that inside this box is soft velvet, as if something fragile would be carried in this box. But currently there is nothing in it.
So they're waiting, whatever they're waiting for is what they're putting in this crate, more than likely. Is there, Cleo's going to, before her spell wears off, gonna duck back behind the crates.
Okay, perfect, yeah.
Is
It
there
looks like
any,
it looks like Cecil and Caesius are like hiding under a wing, just looking in your direction, waiting for you to reappear, or look for hand signals or gestures.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have like cloaks or any sort of like indicator that they are all part of the same company?
Not really.
Okay.
There's
no like any kind of like sigil.
It's really all just kind of random, haphazard stuff that they're wearing. Yeah.
That's not very helpful information. I'm gonna signal that Cecil and Caesius should head further back again, like away.
Like back towards the fingers where they came up through? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they start moving in that direction.
And I'm gonna head back over there for just like a minute because I just want to talk to them real quick, but I want to make sure we're far away from them before I talk to them.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys kind of tuck back in between the fingers, and you can see these folks are just continuing to move these boxes and crates around and organize. And you see the Gith on top of by the mangonel kind of like stand up and stretch and then do a yawn. You know?
Caesius, go, both of you, go back to the captain. Tell her what we saw. There's a bunch of Gith here. They're waiting for something. And I think probably it's best if I wait here in case whatever it is shows up. And then I guess ask her how to proceed once it does show up. So you come back here and wait for me to come. Stay right here. Wait for me to come to you. And then you tell me what she says.
Okay, I think we can handle that. I think that one up there was waiting for a dagger in the back, but you stopped me.
Yeah, because we have to wait. We got to be patient. We have to understand what's going on before we start killing people.
Okay, well, I'll go tell Sis.
We really should only kill people unless your sister says to kill people, because she's kind of in charge of this whole situation.
Oh, she's totally gonna say to kill them all.
I'd rather hear it from her than make the assumption.
Alright, well, are you staying here then?
Yeah, I'm going to stay here and keep watch in case whatever they're waiting for shows up. And you two go back, report to the captain, get further instructions, and then we will see how we proceed from there.
Okay. Be careful.
Okay.
Try to stay as sneaky as I am.
I'm sneakier than you are, so that should be easy.
I don't know. I've yet to see solid proof.
You just literally almost blew our cover on accident.
They didn't see me.
This time.
I'll be right back. And Cecil and Caesius start floating back underneath the palm of the hand and disappear. And
I'm gonna stealth in close again, so that I can, if whatever they bring in, I'll be able to see it, hopefully.
Okay. Go ahead and make an additional stealth check as you reapproach. Yeah.
34.
Nice.
Pass Without Trace lasts like 10 minutes, an hour, something like that.
Okay. As long as it's under 10 minutes, then you're good. Or if it's 10 minutes, if it's at least 10 minutes, then you're good.
Yeah, it's an hour.
So it's been almost about that 10-minute time limit, and Caesius and Cecil return. And Caesius looks to you, Zarin, and is like, So, Cleo says that they're waiting on something up there. And she wanted to stay up there just in case whatever it is they're waiting on arrives. She doesn't know what.
Alright, how many are we dealing with up there currently?
I mean, I only saw 5. It would have been 4, but they stopped me.
Well... I suppose... I mean, if they're waiting for something, maybe we should dispatch what's available now and take their own positions.
Okay.
I told Cleo that's what you'd say.
That's only because you know how we've been trained. She's not a warrior,
Who
Caesius.
knows? What if they're waiting on another, like, battalion of soldiers to come up?
Right. Yeah, if we can do this quietly, that would be ideal, but I don't think we're gonna get that chance. So, let's use the element of surprise. I will wait for your signal.
Okay, so I'm going back up.
Do you not want to go back up?
Oh no, I'm fine. I got this. Why are you looking at me like you're doubting me?
You get her hurt, I will hurt you. Just so you know that. Just keep that in mind.
And I won't stop him.
Hey, it's all good. We got it covered.
I trust you, little brother. Get it done.
You got it, sis.
Mm-hmm.
He winks. He winks at you, and it starts flying back up. I would say Cecil probably stays with you guys this time aboard the ship, and just lets Caesius go. Solon walks up to you, Zarin, and is like, he's just gonna get us all killed one day. I'm just gonna say it.
More than likely, yes.
I've just been living with it for the longest time.
Better you than me.
Oh, but we're all reunited, sis. So we all get to enjoy this once again.
I think since we are waiting, they're waiting for someone or something. I need all hands on deck. As soon as I get whatever signal he's gonna do, we're going up there.
Alright, I'll be ready.
Rayla, can you take the other ship and pincer them in from the other side, opposite of me?
I suppose. This is
Alright.
not, am I, is my mic?
Oh, yeah, you're
Yeah,
good.
I heard you.
We heard you.
Okay.
Okay, so Caesius makes his way back up to where, in between the fingers, sees Cleo across the way.
No, he doesn't.
Well,
I had to re-stealth.
oh yeah, you had to re-stealth. Let's see if he sees.
I told him to wait for me to come to him. God damn it, Caesius.
What did you rolled like a 30 something?
34.
Yeah, he doesn't see anything. He's like he did wait, like he's in the fingers, like looking around, and he's like trying to do some hand motions to see if he can like see that he's there. And
Yeah, I'll go over to him.
okay,
I'm not gonna be petty about it this time because I don't want to actually scare him and break our stealth. So.
So I guess they're getting ready. So we got to give them some kind of signal.
Wait, no, you're gonna have to be way more thorough than that. They're getting ready for what? What are we supposed to do?
I guess Rayla's gonna take the Scorpion ship up one side, and then they're gonna take the other ship up the other side, and they're gonna pin them.
What?
Yeah.
No, but before they even.
Yeah, we're taking them down.
So we're
now.
just letting everybody know we're here now. Is the plan?
Yeah, that's what Sis said. I mean, you don't want to wait, because what if they're bringing another group of soldiers or a whole army up here?
But It could also just not be. They could just be bringing something to load onto the ship, and then they leave, and we can take out these 5 people and get the thing.
So you didn't see anything over there?
There's nothing in there. I went through the crates, and
Even
there's
in
nothing.
the pretty box? There's nothing in the pretty box?
It's just a pillow.
It
A
must
very
be a
fancy-looking
really
pillow.
Great pillow.
It looks like they would put something fancy on it, but there's nothing there yet. They're waiting for whatever is supposed to go on the pillow.
Okay, so you want me to go back down there
Yes.
again and tell her not to do this?
No, just make sure she is 100% sure this is how she wants to proceed, because we can't, like, we couldn't kill them and take their place. They're all Gith. It's going to be obvious we're not Gith. So, we can kill them all, and that's fine, but then whenever everybody else comes, we're just going to have to kill them too. Which is fine, but I want to make sure that's the plan.
Okay. I'll be right back.
This is what happens when you put a telephone and we're getting random information.
Guys, he explodes back down. And lands next to you, Zarin. She's real difficult to work with.
I'm difficult!
I gotta tell you.
I'm difficult!
I'd give him a stare.
Listen, I'm not trying to be harsh or anything, but she doesn't like the plan. She
Okay,
wants
well,
you to
what's wrong with the
rethink.
plan?
Apparently, like she's afraid that if we do this now, then we're not gonna we don't look like gifts. She says. So if we like take them all out and then they come back on, they come up, then they're gonna know that we're not gifts. So
Okay, I didn't know they were gifts. Good point.
Yeah. So. But she's saying that if they bring whatever it is that they're waiting on up, then we can take the ship and the thing.
Okay. So the thing it's a thing they're waiting for, not something.
Well, she said there's a really nice pillow in the really nice box that's up there.
How do we know though that they didn't take something out of that box and take it down into the dead god?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't think Cleo knows either. Unless the thing is the pillow.
I mean, that could be true.
Am I even still there?
You can enchant pillow.
Yeah, you can still be here.
Yeah, you're still there.
'Cause I was told to go
We were-
move the other ship.
Not yet.
Well, we haven't gotten a signal yet, so I was waiting for everyone
Yeah,
to
imagine the two ships are side by side. You guys can talk back and forth. Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Zalaf, you know a lot about magical items. I mean, what could this pillow be?
I mean, it could legitimately be anything. You can enchant basically anything into any object. So, I would need to get my hands on the pillow to see if it is the magical thing.
And it's a fancy pillow and a fancy box, is what you're saying.
Something tells me the pillow is just there for protection of whatever goes in the box, but it could be the pillow.
Right. Well, gotta roll for it.
I mean, I'm getting antsy.
I don't see why we're waiting around when something terrible could happen that we could have prevented.
I agree. I think we should go and take out these people now. That's my vote.
Mm-hmm.
Is Caesius nodding?
Leo's the only one with patience
Yeah.
in this group. Because she's used to hunting monsters. She's like, you wait, okay?
Uh-huh.
You wait.
Yep, you're trying to find the most
You have to
opportune
find the
moment.
right moment.
That's right.
I feel like Zarin is torn because she understands Cleo's, tactical mindset in this moment, but seeing her party very antsy, she's worried that if she doesn't make the first move, someone else will, and it'll blow everything, so she wants to stay ahead of the curve.
Captain,
Yeah,
a thought.
please.
I can detect them. What if I were to go read the mind of one of the Gith, or whatever you're talking about, and see what they're thinking about? Maybe they're thinking about what's going on, and then we'll know what it is, and whether or not we should attack now or later.
Do you understand GIF? Do you need to understand the
No.
language? you can just detect it without knowing their language?
Good question. I do know deep speech.
That's not
Let's
good.
see. Let's see.
I guess, but if you could do it without knowing their language, that'd be really good.
I mean, I think she would hear their thoughts. It would just be
She would hear
in their native language.
Yeah.
Their native language.
As long as they speak a language. It doesn't say anything.
It's just if they speak a language, like if they have the ability to think.
Yeah, like you can do the interrogation bit with it, or like you can detect presences.
Right.
It doesn't say anything about. As long as they speak a language, you can detect their thoughts.
And you can understand what they're thinking, even if you
Yeah,
don't
it doesn't-
necessarily
yeah, that makes
understand
sense.
their.
It just
Okay.
says when you cast it, and as an action, you can focus your mind
Yeah.
on any one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you. If they have an intelligence of 3 or
Mhm.
lower, or don't speak a language, they are unaffected. But then it just goes in the
Gotcha,
description of like the things you can do.
Okay.
Because it's like
Mhm.
thoughts aren't always words. Sometimes
They're not-
yeah,
some
not-
people
yeah.
don't have the
feelings,
inner
yeah.
monologue.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's
Yeah,
Yeah, you
symbols.
don't have to actually
Pictures.
speak it. Yeah,
True,
you just
true.
yeah.
All right. I feel like this is like a happy middle ground for both Cleo and the rest of the party. So I think Sharon's like, that is an excellent idea, and the more information we get, the better.
Don't worry, I flew this ship up as stealthy as could be, and I will be just as stealthy when I go up there to detect thoughts. So don't you worry, it'll take me just
I'm
a
gonna
minute.
cast guidance on you just in case he's.
Guidance, very good.
Oh no, I'm gonna bless you. I'm gonna bless you instead.
Wow.
Wow, the one who normally gives the blessings is being blessed.
Yeah, I'm gonna bless her.
Well, does bless
Caesius.
only last a minute?
It does.
Yeah, but it's just enough to get you up there. Just enough to
Yeah.
get you up there.
Yeah, you're not
Um,
extremely far away from where you need to go.
Right.
Mm.
Bless. I'm also gonna send Caesius up because I'm gonna need him up there anyway. And then I will also bless Zalath because I can do up to 3 creatures for 1 minute, so why not?
I'm gonna go lift the heavy box while I'm blessed.
Awesome. So Caesius is going to go with Rayla. Okay. And so by now, Pass Without a Trace is probably
Trace
gone.
lasts an hour.
An hour, okay.
Yeah.
And it only works though if they're
If you have to
near
be within
you.
the vicinity of me.
When you cast it or in general?
Veil of Shadows and Silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you has a +10 bonus, and can't be tracked except by magical means. So it would have had to be near me.
Yeah, so it wouldn't apply to Rayla right now, but it would apply to Caesius. So,
Yes.
okay. So, Rayla, I'm going to need you to make a stealth check. As you're floating up, right, with the with Caesius to get closer. Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check.
So I don't get the +10, right?
You don't get the +10, but you can add the D4 for the bless.
I mean, I guess technically the rest of the party would have it as well, because you guys would have all been within 30 feet of me.
Damn, girl!
23.
23.
I rolled a natural 19, and I got a 3 on the D4.
Nice. There you
Nice.
go. That's very good. Yeah, so you're
I got a
sneaking up there really stealthy. You guys all find Cleo waiting in between kind of like the part the knuckle of 2 fingers kind of as you guys approach. And then Rayla, you can kind of start to see the scene as well as they described.
So does one of the Gith here look like okay, like I guess some of them are like standing around probably like idling. Are any of them like looking in a specific direction like intently, like they're like waiting for someone or waiting to see what happens?
As you're looking around, the one to the south is just kind of just looking off to the south. Doesn't look like it is just not intently, but just kind of looking out to the astral sea. The one that's still up on the deck is just kind of standing up now and just kind of has his arms crossed and is just looking out to the south as well. Not much has changed from the scene in the last 10 minutes. It seems to be relatively the same. The guys in the back are still kind of tidying up and moving boxes.
Who looks like they're in charge?
The box guy. That's.
Is
Yeah,
it like
Cleo
this?
would kind of start
There
the
is,
point.
yeah, this guy right here.
Okay, and so I'm like where Cleo is right now.
No, we're where Cecil is right now.
I'm where
Yeah,
Cecil is?
Yeah, Cecil's kind of like where you guys kind of come up.
Well,
Right.
I gotta get real close.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Can I,
within
like,
30 feet,
stealth?
right?
Yeah, I gotta stealth around to where Cleo is.
How stealthy
Okay.
do I think
You
Rayla
roll-
is right
I mean, she snuck up pretty well. I mean, you
Okay.
saw her, but you're used
Right.
to that sort of thing. But she's
Right,
doing
but
really
I feel
well.
like I can gauge whether other people would
Mhm.
notice her easily. So if
Yeah.
I don't think that they would, then I'm not gonna. I was gonna be like, I can drop Pass Without a Trace and cast it again if needed. But
So,
if you're
Rayla,
doing
I'm gonna
fine,
pull
I'm
you
not
a
gonna do
token
that.
out there for you. So you have a token out there now if you wanna. Just let me know where you're moving to and what you're doing.
I
And
gotta get.
I'm just gonna go with your stealth score right now is what I'm gonna take from your roll, unless I feel like you need to make another one for some reason.
I basically have to go around, like I'm kind of going like over to Cleo, but then over and around because I have to get within 30 feet. And I'm assuming like the underside of the ship is just open, so the best place to like be hidden within 30 feet is gonna be like over here. Like where these arrows are pointing.
Like in between the boxes?
Yeah, you could tuck
Yeah,
in
like
between
I-
those boxes. Yeah.
Like right
Yeah,
there.
if I can.
You
if I
also can see
scooch-
that under the ship, you could hide underneath like the loading ramp. The problem with that location is you might be visible to this individual down here if they happen to like turn around.
I'm gonna go over to where Cleo is, and I'm gonna scooch between those crates. Wait, are they like loading these crates?
No, they're just kind of organizing them and stacking them.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go over to where Cleo is, and I wanna like basically scooch between the crates and get like, oh my god, over here,
Okay.
so that I'm within 30 feet.
Okay.
And I will mentally link with Cleo using my, what is it, telepathic speech, and I will tell her, everybody wants to come up and fight, but I'm going to figure out if these people are waiting for something. Like, I'm going to figure out what's going on, hopefully.
All
Give
right.
me like 2 minutes.
Yep, Cleo's going to pull out her bow and load an arrow just in case, because Rayla's getting very close, and I'm not going to take any risks. So I will ready an action. If somebody looks like they're about to hurt Rayla, I will shoot them.
So apparently, Pass Without a Trace, like, it radiates, and so as long as I'm within her range, I get it, but if I leave, I lose it. Huh?
It depends on interpretation. Either
Yeah.
I guess you could interpret that like I can designate as anyone within 30 feet. As long as you come within 30 feet, I can say, okay, you now. Like
Okay.
once you hit that range.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
I don't know.
whenever
Honestly,
I
though,
cast.
like, I'm not going to call for another stealth check right now from you anyway, so you're good on that.
Okay.
So, so are you just trying to read surface thoughts? And I think that just basically automatically happens with the surface thoughts, right?
Yes.
With your
So
detect thoughts?
that person that's in charge, I would like to. Oh my god. Where is it? Okay. Cast detect thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah, so I start with surface thoughts of the creature, which is what is most on its mind in that moment.
Okay. Most on its mind at that moment. You get the thought of, man, this is taking forever.
Honestly, same.
Sooner we can get this thing loaded up, and as soon as I can get my money, I'm just done with this.
Ooh, if I probe, he knows, but I kind of want to probe. So let's see. If it fails, I gain insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, like something that it worries over, loves, or hates.
Okay.
If I like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I need him to roll me a wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
Wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. I rolled a 10 on the die. He has a +5 on his wisdom saving
Silvery
throws.
barbs. Silvery barbs.
There it is. Silvery barbs. See,
Silvery
Michael
David,
Bain.
this David, if you're watching right now, this is what I was talking about the other night. Silvery
Barbs are
barbs.
silvery.
You are going to hate me.
Oh no, Michael!
For the first time ever, when you use silvery barbs, I rolled better and rolled a 12.
Oh no.
So,
here's
what
the weird
happens
thing,
if they make it? What happens?
Okay. Let me get that. I think he knows regardless. If it succeeds, the spell ends. Either way, it knows that I probed. And
Okay.
yeah, so he
They
knows
say
that I
does it-
did it.
Okay, so
Do they know where you are though?
I don't think it gives location, but immediately, like, you see this individual change facial expression from bored to intent.
I give myself the silvery barbs advantage thing.
Okay. And you hear him look towards the two that are just kind of putting a barrel down and start to say something, and it's just a strange language that you don't understand. I don't think you understand. You don't have Gith. I don't think you have Gith as a
Common,
language.
deep speech, and Elvish.
And you just hear him kind of start to talk. And
Is detect thoughts still up?
It ends if I.
I think if they succeed, I think it closes
ends.
it, right?
Oh.
It ends.
Yes.
And you see both of them kind of almost like stand to attention and alert and start immediately like scanning, and it looks like one of their hands goes to the hilt of their blade. And that is where we're going to take our break
Ooh.
for the evening.
No. I mean, it was a good try. It was a good idea.
Good. Yeah, it was a nice try.
It was worth the effort. And
Worth the effort.
finally, I was able to beat the silvery barbs.
The silver barbs is not all powerful.
It's not all
no.
powerful.
Just mostly.
I could have been a huge jerk and also done sorcery points to
Yeah.
Yeah, do it again or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, we're going to take a 5 to 10 minute break to refill our beverages and get a quick stretch in. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to watch and hang out with us tonight. It's been a lot of fun so far. This whole like sneaking up on this vessel is really been a unique experience tonight. So we will see how the party handles this situation when we return. So we're going to take a quick break. Stay with us. We'll see you soon.
BRB.
I had the desktop audio muted before we started, so there it is. Welcome, Half-Blood Princess. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome back, folks. We are back here at Proficiency Bonus to do a little bit of Spelljammer. And currently our party was sneaking up in this group of Gith up here, inspecting this vessel. And Rayla decided to sneak up there and probe into the mind of one of these Gith and unsuccessfully dive deeper into the thoughts of the Gith. And they are now alerted to the presence of... They can't see them, but there is something afoot. And you can see that Rayla, as this is taking place, and Cleo, I would assume from your position, you're kind of watching between crates and can see what's going on as well. You can see that it definitely, their whole demeanor has changed. They are looking around back and forth. They're speaking rapidly to one another. One has his hand on his blade. The other one actually unsheathes the blade from his back and starts walking in the direction of where that southern guard is, and begins to kind of like start speaking and shouting in this language over towards that person, who then looks in that direction. What do you guys do?
Should I? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
I'm still holding an attack, and if it looks like one of these guys is about to do something violent to Rayla, I will shoot him.
I'm staying hidden, but I can see this guy, so I'm gonna telepathic speech him, and I'm gonna try to talk to him in deep speech and see if he understands it. And if not, it's gonna sound really fucked up in his head.
Okay.
And I will ask him, who do you work for?
You notice all of a sudden the eyes of this individual like widen and looking all around rapidly, like not really sure if this was in his mind or do they automatically like know it's like in their mind, or is it something that could be confused as an audible speech as well?
It just says to understand each other, I have to speak mentally in a language that they know.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say for it to work I have to speak in a language they don't know, and it just says you form a telepathic connection.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would say he's probably just looking around and just intently kind of like looking around. Now, you don't hear any response.
Okay, he doesn't speak deep speech then.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he didn't understand it, or now is just freaked out by
more.
what he heard. And it's like, yes, there is definitely something afoot. And I'm looking around rapidly. So what I want you two to do now, since you did that, I want you both to remake a stealth check.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? As they're intently looking around now.
So then Rayla is within 30 feet of me, so that means she does get the +10.
Yeah, so he's just hearing this sound from somewhere, and he's just looking all around, trying to find and discover a source.
It's a really good thing I have such a high stealth. 28 total.
28 total.
Yeah, I rolled a 7.
What was yours, Rayla?
If I get the +10, it's a 26.
Okay.
If not, it's a 16.
You are pretty confident that they are, because it's directionless voice, he's just searching all around, and he looks more towards the ship, like he's looking in that direction. He's not looking over towards you guys. And he starts like taking a few steps in that direction, and it seems like this one now is just starting to kind of walk around and just kind of try to... Why is it moving the whole map? That's weird. Weird. I'm grabbing a token, and it's grabbing the whole map.
Is the map on the token layer?
It was just glitching. So he's just moving around these boxes, checking these boxes down here in the lower part. This guy still continues to walk over, and this guy's starting to walk over to try to like talk to this guy, and you can see he's now got his sword, his hand on the hilt of his blade a little bit too as he's walking over, and it seems like everybody is alerted. The one up top is now rather than just standing there with like his arms crossed, is more intently like leaning over the edge of the railing, trying to listen in on the conversation that's taking place.
Rayla, are we still telepathically connected, or did you break that to talk to the
No,
other?
I have to break it to. But I was gonna pop it back onto you and be like, well, he doesn't speak deep speech, and unfortunately,
Yeah, they're now all aware
block
that
my probe.
we've got to
But-
kill them as quickly
Well-
and quietly as possible.
Do we though?
They're going to tell whoever is showing up that there's someone here.
You want to get the one on the ship, and I'll get the one that's going towards it.
Sure.
Hopefully, the others can get the three that are further south.
Well, it's only us. We need to go to others. Everybody else is down below.
Well,
Yeah, they're not-
Speezel's over there, and if I don't come back very soon, they'll
Caesius.
probably be
Chrysius
like,
is over there, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Caesius is up there, so he would signal me.
All right. Yeah, we got to kill them as quickly and quietly as possible.
well, I guess I could send a message. I could send a message to the captain.
Maybe. All right, do that first.
Just to tell her that it's time to kill.
Well, confirm. Yeah, their orders. Say, I think probably we need to go ahead and kill these guys. As they're aware. Just tell her they're on alert. Ask for further instruction.
Okay, I cast sending, so my eyes just go like all black, and then like there's this little dark halo that forms around my head, and then it also forms around the captain's head as she gets a little message, and she just like feels things slither. She doesn't have like ears, but her little gills, they like tentacles are like slithering, and you hear, they're on alert. Haven't found us yet, but looking. Shall we attack? Want to confirm further orders. Maybe come up and help kill? A lot? Lots? I don't know how many. I think that's
That's
Yeah,
about
I
it.
think she gets the gist. Understood. Get as much of a surprise jump as you can. We're on our way.
I telepathically say to Cleo, Captain wants us to get a jump and use what little surprise we have left to our advantage, so...
So, I'll take this guy, because I've got the distance for it. You want to, and maybe we'll have Caesius get this guy.
That works for me, if we
He's
can
over there.
communicate it.
I'll try. He's not very easy to talk to.
I'll
And
get
then-
out.
this one.
I'll just be like, you, that guy. And then I guess you can start with the guy nearest us,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll proceed from there.
I'm trying to see if I have anything that's, like, worth, like...
Since Rayla is up there, as I'm quietly telling people orders, I'm gonna tell her cultists to stay below the hand, so if we needed to jump down through the fingers, we can land on them.
Okay.
And hold position unless Rayla asks otherwise.
Okay.
And
Yes,
I
we can do
will
that.
prep to get everybody else up on behind, like, I'm trying to come up from behind the crates, is that where
Okay.
I'm coming up.
Okay, so
Since
if you're
they're by
coming
the fingers.
if you're coming behind the crates, you
Yeah.
imagine
I
like
would
the
be by
wrist
the wrist,
there.
yeah.
So you're gonna be coming up like the wrist area.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I want the scorpion here, like between the fingers, and then I
Yep.
want us to come whatever way, like behind the thumb.
Only in D&D are we having this kind of conversation around our imaginary hand. That's
Yeah, that.
That's like weird hand signals. Got it. Okay. Sweet. So after that communication, so you're getting yourself organized. The cultists are taking the scorpion ship and they're starting to hover it a little bit, float it up towards where those two fingers are, closer to where Caesius is hanging out. The rest of you are moving around the back and starting to pull the vessel up.
I'm giving
Are
them a
you-
count of like 6 to 12 seconds to like prep, because I'm giving them a head start count. Like I'm counting down before I.
Okay. Looks like Solon gets his weapon ready. You see that pole arm kind of glow with that magical energy as it kind of appears, and he's got his magic big glaive out and ready to
Bonus
go.
action, activate my lightsaber.
Oh, there you go. You see the blade of Zarin illuminate with this bright kind of purple and pink light.
I'm gonna tell Cecil to stand next to me because I'm gonna jump and I want him to jump too, and I'm gonna cast Featherfall on us, and I'm gonna land on the ship so that way he can run into the cockpit and start trying to attune to it as fast as possible.
Cecil just looks at you. I love this plan, Zalath. I love it. All right.
So we're standing like right on the
You guys are gonna cannonball.
We're standing like right on the edge of the ship, waiting to like just leap.
Okay. So your ship is almost ready to kind of, break the, come up over the top of the hand of the back. Are you ready to go? Are you good?
I'm shooting.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as soon as Cleo, you start to see the top of the vessel start to appear, is that going to be your trigger to cue this off? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say you guys have been able to stay stealthy this whole time, even though they're aware that something's up.
Right.
You guys have been able to stay stealthy. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the benefit of the doubt. We're going to roll initiative. The first round can be considered you will have surprise. Okay. So
what does surprise do?
Basically, surprise means that we're going to roll initiative, but it's going to skip all their initiative for the first round.
Anybody with the surprise condition skips their first turn.
Yeah, they get the surprise
it doesn't like do
condition.
Anything extra. Okay.
I mean, unless you're like a rogue or something.
Unless you're a rogue and you have like the surprise assassinate,
yes, the
and stuff like that.
I
There are
do.
things.
I'm sure Caesius will have fun with it.
Oh, terrible. Oh,
So-
not as bad as you though.
That's so bad.
Let's see what Cecil gets. Cecil's not very good at initiative rolls. Oh, that's bad.
Probably better than mine.
Probably better than mine too.
Well, Cleo is ready, okay?
Yeah.
She's been waiting for this.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I will also say for the other brother that's on the ship with us, does he want a father fall down too? Because I can technically do more than just 2 people.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So would he want to jump off too with us?
He looks at you and says, "Absolutely, most definitely."
Cool.
Let me check his initiative really quick, and we'll be good to go. Okay. So, did anybody roll over a 20?
Yep, 22.
22 for Cleo. All right. You tied Caesius again. But I'm going to let you go first because you got a higher dex than he does.
Yeah, I do.
All right, does anybody have over a 15?
15 flat.
15 flat.
Michael, we're both under 5.
So is Cecil.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Hey, you know what? We'll hit them hard and fast at the end.
The non-dex people, man.
You clean up through it. Clean up through it.
What did you get, Derek?
4.
4.
What did Cecil get?
Cecil got 4.
I got a 2 because I rolled a net
Oh.
I think Cecil has a
and
negative
Zalad.
dex, so
Mm,
I will go first.
That
Makes the
sounds
most sense.
Okay, so surprise round. Well, it's not really a surprise round. It's just first round. Those guys are surprised. So as you guys come up, I would say I'm gonna put Zarin token on the map where your vessel would be. I don't have like a medium-sized token for your vessels. I only have
That's
like
okay.
a big map or a small token.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
just gonna put you guys where your like vessel would be, and then you guys can. And you guys said that Cecil and Solon were with you, so I'm gonna grab those guys and bring them over with you. And I think your ship moves at like 80 or 90 feet.
Right.
So you can probably, yeah, you can like get above it in one move. But
That is
remember,
what I'm gonna do.
somebody has to be driving it, so you're gonna be like down below, sitting in the helm,
Yeah,
making sure this
I
takes
have no
place.
choice. I have to be the driver in this situation, and at least until I can get the drop. I'm pretty much doing a drop and then
Yeah.
coming in.
Landing
I mean,
somewhere.
we could put Cecil as the pilot so that you could be in the action because he's not here.
That's
True, we could
true.
do
That is true.
That is true.
Actually, that's
That-
probably the
that's him going down
smarter,
with me.
like metagamey, reason
Yeah.
to do
Yeah.
it.
Because he's not here, I think that's a
Yes.
great choice to do.
Okay,
I think that's
let's
great.
do that
Because
then.
honestly,
Want to-
if I'm
want
playing
to.
him, all I'm
want-
gonna do is Eldritch Blast everything. That's
True.
it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna
Okay.
do.
So, yeah, and then I can feather fall you too, Captain.
Okay.
So.
Yep.
And you
Alright.
can choose where to fall. You know, I'm still going for the ship. The guy on the ship. So.
All right. So, Cleo, you're actually first to go.
I'm gonna shoot at this guy right here. Bonus
Alright.
action, Zephyr Strike, and then I will use when I hit or when I attack. I think it's when I attack. Oh, when I hit. Let me double check real quick. I'll mark him as my favorite foe. That's when I hit. So if I hit, then he will be marked as my favorite foe. Zephyr Strike. First one gives me advantage. So that is 17 plus 8 is 25 to hit.
Yes, that is.
It does mean I drop Pass Without a Trace, just as a side note, because Zephyr
Okay.
Strike is concentration.
Yep. Gotcha.
And so it gives me an extra d8 damage, and my favorite foe gives me an extra d4. I think it's still a d4.
Yeah.
Nope, it's a d6. Because
Oh, the D6 now? Nice.
Yep. 6th level hit d6. Okay, and then my actual bow damage is a d8 as well. Ah! Drop my. That is 11 plus 5 is 16 damage for the first attack.
16 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
Second attack is going to. That's not gonna hit. 11 to hit.
11. It does hit, but what happens is this individual is wearing some pretty intense armor, and it deflects off of a breastplate and goes flying off into the distance. Immediately, that individual turns around as he's got an arrow kind of like in the back of his arm, and turns around and can see you standing above the box now with your bow and arrow in your hands.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm still behind. I think she's still like taking cover behind the box, actually.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
like,
give you some cover
pop
for it.
out.
Yeah.
Shoot and then pop back.
All right. Anything else? Does that end your turn?
Nope, that's it. That's
All right.
what I got right now.
Caesius, seeing what's happening, is he's still really far away.
I did motion for him to go after this guy, but I mean, this guy sees he's gonna do whatever he wants to do.
Okay. Oh, he does have a crazy speed. He is going to run towards this individual down below. He can actually move 45 feet.
He would be faster than me, except I have Zephyr Strike.
Why did I lose that? Okay. Well. Yeah, he can move. Basically, he's just sprinting down this direction. And for some reason, I don't have my... Oh, there it is. That's weird. Unfortunately, his throwing stars are going to still be made with disadvantage. But he's going to go ahead and try to throw 2 of his throwing stars at this individual. And that will most likely miss. Yes. I cannot keep my dice in the tray. And that's a nat 1, so that's going to miss too. So he goes and he throws these two stars. Unfortunately, they both whiff and go flying into the distance, and you can hear the scraping of metal as they go across this stone form here at the top of this landing platform of some sort. And Caesius' turn ends, bringing us to the individual that you shot, which we skip because they're surprised. Bringing us to, well, Zarin would be next to go, but she's not in her seat. So I'm gonna, basically we're gonna hold Zarin's turn for a moment, and I'm gonna go to, next would be, well,
I mean,
next would be Solon's.
She would have to wait for me to jump for...
She's gonna fly the vessel over the ship. Basically, I think that was her plan, was to fly the vessel so you guys could drop.
Well, Cecil's flying the vessel.
Oh yeah, that's right. Cecil was flying it.
But she would have to wait for my turn anyways to jump.
Yep.
So
okay. So Zarin would be waiting. Solon is ready. He's waiting because he's jumping too.
Yep.
So that brings us down to Zalath and Cecil.
Yeah. So I'll just grab pat their backs, and we'll all just get a running jump.
Mm-hmm.
And I will cast Featherfall as soon as we start falling. That way they can kind of control where they want to land. I'm going for the deck of the ship, though, right next to this person that's up there.
Okay. You got it. I think... I
mean, if Cecil needs to go first to maneuver the ship so we can actually land where we want.
Solon's just gonna try to just go with you to that with that guy as well. I was just trying to think, would he be more interested in trying to get below deck, or would he just go after that guy? He's probably just gonna go after that guy too.
Okay.
So you guys are flying the vessel over top. Cecil would be able to get it right over top.
And I'm just gonna...
And then you guys just is Featherfall is an action to cast?
It's a reaction. And as I do that, as we're falling, I'm going to use my bonus action to use my Giant's Might and enlarge myself as I land on the ship.
Oh, man.
So now I'm huge Zalath next to this individual.
Woof.
Yep.
Like the Hulk, jumping and landing and smashing.
Literally Hulkbuster moment.
Yep.
Solon kind of lands on the other side of the mangonel there with his glaive ready to go. So that was your bonus action to enlarge?
Bonus action to enlarge, yes.
So you still got an action as you land.
My action.
Yeah.
I will land next to this person and say, "Hello there."
General Kenobi.
General Kenobi.
And he's currently holding an arrow sticking out of the back of his arm, looking in the direction of Cleo.
Yeah, so I land there, shield in hand, and just my normal. I just have my fist, and it will start to vibrate again as I'm using Booming Blade.
Okay.
To make an attack action.
All right.
Oh my god, a 14. I just doesn't roll well for attacks anymore. 14 to hit. I'm assuming it does not.
14 does not hit. He dodges it. You caught him by surprise, but he dodges back.
You still have bless?
No, that was only a minute.
It only lasts a minute. Yeah.
So.
Do you have 2 attacks?
No, I'm only level 4.
Okay.
I'm only level 4 fighter.
Is he multi-class?
Oh, because you multi-class. That's right. Okay. Yep. I think that's all your turn.
Yeah, that is everything I can do.
Solon can go because it was his turn as well, as he just moved
And
basically
Zarin
down there. Yeah, Zarin, you can make your turn as well. So these turns are all happening at the same time because we had to kind of delay till Cecil could fly you guys over top.
Could I have jumped early? Could I have gotten to this guy?
You all had to wait for me to jump because I was casting Featherfall on all of us. Yeah. But
you can. Yeah, you can go now. You can put your token anywhere you would have fallen.
Yeah, I casted Featherfall right away, so that way you could control where you landed.
Yeah. So you get to pick where you wanted to land, and you can go ahead and take your action.
Would it be reasonable to land over here, or should I go over here?
It's
I don't know how big our ship is comparatively.
Yours is... I mean, this is more of like, it might be the same, like, lengthwise, but it's definitely not, like, it's not going to be as big of a ship as what you guys have.
You can also jump off the other side. I just need to be able to see you when I cast Featherfall, so I'd have to wait a little bit.
I'm not going to worry too much
visual,
about, like, like, how much it makes sense of where, like, you're jumping and where you're landing. You can pretty much put your token wherever on that vessel you wanted to land with the Featherfall.
Okay. I would be about at the back then. I'd be towards the back of the ship when I landed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And you can go ahead and so that would only been like 5 feet of your movement to jump off the side of the ship because you featherfall down. So you can go ahead and just take the rest of your action.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump down.
How long does featherfall last?
Until they touch the ground.
Okay, so when they touch the ship or touch the ground?
Probably when I touch the ship.
That's,
Okay.
yeah, until they touch like solid.
Okay.
You know.
So leaping off there, now that's tall. That's probably like 15 feet to jump off of that.
I'll risk it.
You risk it? Okay.
Yeah.
So you jump
I'm
off
trying
there.
to like land on him as I'm falling to get like an extra bit of oomph.
Okay, okay. Are you making an attack as you fall?
Yes, please.
Okay, go ahead and attack him.
Alright. I'm actually gonna do bonus action Hunter's Mark on the
Okay.
guy.
You got it. Hunter's mark on this guy?
Yeah.
Got it. I'll mark a little
And
red
I
mark to remember.
will attack with the purple thought blade. Ooh, I don't know if that's gonna hit. 15 to hit.
15 to hit. Let me check really quick. 15 does not hit.
Cool.
He sees you coming out of the air and just moves to the side, and your blade just impacts into the stone next to him.
Oh, that's way better. That's a natural 17 plus 7 to hit.
That's gonna hit. Yes.
Okay. Oh. We'll do that. 12 plus 2d6 with the activated.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hunter's Mark, what are you?
Wow. Hunter's mark damage, yeah.
Boop, boop, boop. 12, 9, 2.
A 23? Is that what that is?
Yep, 23.
All right,
Yeah,
23
and
points of damage.
I think that's all I can do because like I don't think I can also. Can I also smite?
Yeah,
If I already
you
used
can
Hunter-
on any attack that hits.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
can
God,
smite
Paladin!
as long as you have the spell slots to spend, you can smite.
Mhm.
Yep.
I do it. Okay, where's my smite?
You're only limited by the number of spell slots that you have. That's the only smite limitation.
That is, yep.
That is
Smites are brutal.
an extra 11 damage
Extra
as I
11
land on this
points of
man.
Damage. Oh, awesome. 11 points of damage. As you land, though, from jumping off the edge of this, you realize quickly, as soon as you leaped off, that you're not falling slowly anymore. So as you rapidly hit the ground, you kind of get a little bit of a tweak of the ankle. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall damage on the impact of the ground.
Okay.
But you can see you put a big gash through this, and it looks like he's got plate armor on that he's wearing, and you just gouged in the side of it, and this like pink and purple sparks are flying off of your blade as you kind of gouge down into him. That ends Zaren's turn, and that brings us to Solon up here at the top is going to just attack this individual with his glaive. And he can make 2 attacks, so he's going to go ahead and try to attack twice. First one is that, the second one is that. The first one hits, the second one will miss, and he's going to deal 8 points of slashing damage to this individual with the glaive as he kind of gouges, takes 2 quick swipes, one kind of catches him, and he dodges the second one as he comes back through. That will pass the turn to Rayla. There you go.
yeah. Okay. So if a creature is surprised, do they have their reaction if they don't have a turn?
I don't believe they have a reaction if they are surprised. I can double check.
Sorry, I know that's a weird one.
Yeah, if a creature is surprised, they don't have an action on their turn.
They don't have any actions.
They don't
on
have
their
a
turn.
reaction.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said action. I have no clue about
Reaction.
that.
Mhm. That's a good question. If you're surprised, you can't move or take an action on your first turn of the combat, and you can't take a reaction until that turn ends.
So some of them do have their reactions, some of them do not, because they haven't had their turn yet.
Yeah. Basically,
then-
none of them have a reaction right now.
Okay, cool. That works because I don't want them to do the thing that would happen if they did have it. So I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers at 2nd level to get the extra d6, and then I'm going to twin it with, since I'm casting it at 2nd level, 2 sorcery points. And I would like to cast it at, what is the range on this? I'm sorry. 60 feet. So I will cast it on this guy over here. And, well, you know what? If I come over to here, if I come right over here, if I come right there, because Zaren's got this
Oh, I'm
guy, so
sorry.
I'm gonna just come over there and I'm gonna just cast it on these other 2 dudes. Or,
Okay.
the two that are below.
2 below?
This guy and this guy.
Okay.
So they need
Those
to make
are wisdom saves, right?
Yes, wisdom saving throw DC is 15.
First one fails. Second one fails.
Yeah. Okay. So, since they don't have their reaction, they can't move their speed away from me. Because that's one of the things that it does.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, that was kind of ass. 10 points of
10
psychic
points of damage.
I rolled a 1, a 1, a 2, and a 6.
10 points of damage to both. You can see that both, like, while they're getting their swords ready and they see all this starting to take place, just reach up and start grabbing their heads and squinting their eyes as
Yeah.
this takes place. All right. Anything else, Rayla?
No, no.
Okay. Good. All right. We go on to round 2 of the combat, which brings us to the top of the round with Cleo. Caesius on deck.
I'm going to. That's not what I wanted to grab. I'm going to come over here next to the rainbow crate. How I can like pop up over it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's not taller than me. I'm very
It's not
short,
taller,
so that
yeah.
is a real question. Okay, yeah, I will pop up over it. I'm going to shoot this guy over here. That's
Okay.
closest to Rayla.
All right.
I will bonus action mark him with my planar warrior.
Okay.
So that gets me an extra couple of dice against him. What is it? Planar warrior is a D8. Okay, so a D8, and then if I hit him, I'm gonna mark him as my favorite foe. So that'll get me another D6. All right.
Okay.
First attack is going to be a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
It's the same as last time too. 11 damage.
11
No, wait,
points.
sorry, 11
Oh.
plus 5, 16 again.
16 damage. Okay.
Second attack is 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Rayla, these arrows are like
That's really
zinging
nice.
like right by you.
9, 17.
I feel like at this point she's not phased by it. Like if anything, like
22
if one,
damage.
What was that? 22?
22, yeah.
Oh
if one
gosh.
comes too close, her hair like moves out of the way for it.
It's like a slow motion arrow like going past through the
Very
hair.
like Matrix, yeah.
And both of these, as it speeds back up, both arrows like find their mark and pierce through the half plate armor that this warrior is wearing and stick in. And you see him fall to one knee, and he's barely able to like pick himself back up. He looks extremely hurt.
And then I will like duck, take cover behind this crate.
Okay, you got it. Caesius goes, and he's gonna get a little bit closer. He's actually gonna kind of like move up to where this leg is, and put his back up against it, take his 2 throwing stars, and just whip them towards that guy that's standing over there. Gosh, he's doing terrible, guys. I'm sorry. This is what happens when you have a DM that doesn't
Cleo
roll well.
will remember this.
Yeah, this one deflects off of this guy's armor and just goes flying. And that one's a natural 20.
Well, hey, there we go.
So that's better. So that is going to do... I don't think he gets sneak attack on this one because they're...
Yeah, unless he has advantage or there's a person
Yep.
in...
So
I'll
this
let you
one... This one does hit, but it just like scrapes like off this guy's neck, leaving a wound there. But he is still very much in this fight. And that ends Caesius' turn, bringing us to the individual on the back of the ship, or on the ship with Solon and Zalath nearby. So, he is going to... use a bonus action, and you see all of a sudden this individual glows for a moment and goes and vanishes
Aww.
and appears on the other side of the deck like 30 feet away and is going to look towards Zalath and puts both fingers up to his head like this.
Oh no.
And you just start to... It's a strange feeling that starts to head in your direction as he's going to try to use a telekinetic bolt. 21 to hit.
That just hits.
And as this weird feeling takes place, all of a sudden you see this wave of energy coming blasting towards you. You are going to take... 18 points of force damage as this impact just almost sends you reeling back. And he says something, but if you don't understand Gith, you have no idea what he said. It's just some random sounds to you.
I'm gonna yell back at him, "Don't run from me!"
That will end his turn. Bringing us to the next on our list is Zarin with Solon on deck.
How's this guy looking?
He looks wounded. Not on death's door, not bloodied, wounded.
Alright. Just debating if I want to do... Yeah, let's do the tried and true. Just we'll hit him twice. See what happens.
Okay.
Another 17 plus 7 to hit, which I'm assuming hits, and a 14 plus 7 to hit.
Those both hit. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, first one. Ooh. Okay.
Oh.
And then also Hunter's Mark.
So it's a total of 12?
Yeah.
All right, for the first one, 12.
Yeah.
He stumbles back a little bit, and he starts. You can see wounds are starting to. These wounds you're gouging in are starting to pour blood out of the side of his armor. He's looking bloodied.
Wait a second amount. That's better.
That's 19 total?
Yeah.
Right? Or no,
Could you mark once a turn? Or in every hit?
I don't know.
I actually don't know the answer to that.
Whenever you hit. Oh, okay, so whenever.
Whenever you hit. All right.
So that's
Another 20 damage.
yes. Ish.
Yeah, with these 2 slashes, he's stumbling back. He looks pretty wounded now. Over bloodied. As he stumbles back.
I'm gonna. I should have done this before, but it's fine. I'll do it now. I'm gonna channel Divinity as a bonus action, and so my next attacks are gonna have advantage against him for the next minute.
Oh, is this your oath?
Yeah, I'm gonna channel my oath of Vow of Enmity, and I think where I've already hit him with the blade starts to like glow, like the bloody red of his wounds like gets brighter and darker as she casts.
Oh, nice. You can see this sense of panic on his face as this starts to take place. Very good.
That is my turn.
All right, Solon, not wasting any time. Oh, actually, yeah, Solon goes before Zalath. So Solon is gonna just like run, and he leaps off of this like upper top and top part of the ship, lands and gets to about here and just starts swiping with the glaive at this guy that just put the impact in on Zalath. That's gonna hit. And that's gonna be close. Unfortunately, that's not gonna be enough to break through this guy's armor. So he's gonna take another 8 points of slashing damage from Solon as he just gouges him with one of these quick shots with his glaive. And Solon's gonna stand there in an aggressive stance, just ready to go after this guy if he tries to escape again. That brings us to the individuals down here. The one that was on one knee down here below where Rayla was sees that Zarin is just pounding on this individual over here. So he's going to run in that direction and get right up to Zarin. And he's pulling out this massive, what looks to be very shining and shimmering greatsword. And he comes up to you and he just starts going and starts swinging at you, Zarin. So anyway, I just started blasting. That's
That was me.
That's right. So he's gonna make 2 attacks against you. Wow. That's a 22 to hit. That's a 16 to hit.
16 does not hit.
Okay, so you're gonna take 9 points of slashing damage.
9.
Plus an additional 7 psychic damage from this strike.
Let me roll. Come on. Oh yeah.
You hold in your concentration?
Yeah. Do I do the total or do like or what was the
half of
total?
whatever.
It would be either 10 at least a 10 or half the damage.
Yeah, I got like a 13 plus 6.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good on that. This fella, seeing that same thing happening, they're all just kind of charging in your direction.
Cool.
He can get to right there, and he gets also within 5 feet and makes 2 attacks with this great sword as well. That's a 20 to hit.
That hit.
22 to hit.
Also hit.
You take an additional, so it'll be 18 total slashing damage, plus an additional 14 psychic.
I'm looking rough, man. You see Zarin like she's so focused on the person in front of her that she doesn't see the other two coming, and as they slash into her, her knees look like they're ready to buckle.
Oh no,
Switching
Rayla
weapons.
and Cleo, you guys can see this happening as Zarin is just getting bombarded by these.
Leo puts the bow
by
up and
these
pulls
gifts.
out the short swords instead.
This one is clearly annoyed
Oh,
with
no.
Caesius
Oh no!
and just
Caesius.
rushes up to Caesius and makes 2 attacks against him. Oh, that's gonna be close. We'll see. That just hits. That will hit as well. And Caesius, I believe, let me double check. Caesius is unconscious.
Oh, Caesius.
God damn it!
I had a feeling that was gonna happen.
We gotta start leaving him behind, this man.
As he
Cannot.
runs up, he tries to use the leg to like deflect, but the leg's not big enough to offer him like any advantage with defenses. And this again just turns around and swipes him twice, and you see the limp body of Caesius laying down there
Lil
unconscious.
just goes, "Are you fucking kidding me again?"
He's not built really well. Like he's a little
Yeah.
guy, you know.
Yeah, he's a little guy.
He's
Yeah.
a little guy. All right, that ends their turn, bringing us to Zalath.
Sorry, just took a bite of a pickle.
All right.
So I'm just gonna step down this ledge because I'm assuming it's not far. It's not that long
Yeah,
above.
it's like watching one of
I'm
the
18
big
feet
wrestlers
tall,
like
so-
step over the top rope into the ring. You know, it's one of those types of things.
And I'm just gonna. Oops, I'm on my ruler. I'm just gonna walk up to this individual. I'm gonna look over to. I always forget the names of the brothers. The older brother that's next to
Solon.
me.
Solon, yeah.
I'm gonna tell him because me being so tall, see all this that's happening. I'm assuming,
Oh yeah.
like Zarin getting surrounded, Caesius falling over. Go help your siblings. I've got this one. I'm gonna tell him to do that. So I mean, if he listens to me, he listens to me. But if he doesn't, he doesn't. You know, just saying.
You sure he hit you pretty hard?
I'm fine. Your brother looks like he's unconscious again.
Again?
Again.
Again!
Also, your sister looks like is about to. So they need your help.
I'll probably help her first.
Yeah. I'm just going to go over there. I'm just gonna as I'm walking up, I'm gonna swing at this person again and see if I hit.
All right, you got it.
23 to hit this time.
That's gonna hit. You did it.
All right, cool.
Congratulations.
I'm also this was a booming blade attack also because
Booming
there's no
blade.
reason for me not to use that.
Right.
I'm also going to, since I've hit, I'm going to activate my fire room. So the chains that are around my wrist just come to life with this fiery energy and just try and wrap around this individual. So they need to make a strength saving throw, DC 14.
Fails.
Cool. That means they're restrained for a minute. And they take 2d6 fire damage at the start of each of their turns. Targets can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of their turns, banishing the shackles on a success. So they take 2d6 extra fire damage from the hit, which is 7 points of fire damage. They
7
take
points of fire damage.
11 plus 1, so 12 points of thunder damage.
12 points of thunder. Okay.
And it's 14 points of thunder damage because from two extra from the booming blade. And also they're surrounding in this booming energy. So if they move willingly, they take another 2d8 damage. If they move
Okay.
willingly, which they can't, but if they do,
Yeah. Remind me if that happens and triggers, because
Will
that's
do.
one I usually forget. So
Yeah,
I
will
got
do.
markers on there, but sometimes I forget what the markers mean when I put them on
Yeah.
there.
I am going to action surge though, so I'm going to attack again.
Oh, make it worth your while, Zalath. Come on.
14.
No, it's not gonna do it.
Yeah, I
Wait, he's
know.
restrained.
Do I get advantage on that?
I think you have advantage on restrained, right?
Do I? Alright, I can look it up real
I'm
fast.
pretty sure you do.
Restrained.
Condition restrained?
Creature. Oh, yeah, I do have advantage.
Yeah,
Thank
roll
you.
again. You got it.
A 2. So 10.
No. That's not going to do it.
Roll to, or Divinity hates to laugh on attack rolls. Just
It's
saying.
weird, like this booming energy that's surrounding
Yeah.
him and preventing him from moving is preventing you also from being able to
hitting him,
impact him.
I don't know. And then bonus action, I'm going to use my my armor starts to like vibrate a little bit, and like a small force field appears.
So
So I
life
get-
is so cool.
I get 3 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Then I'm done. That's the end of my turn.
All right. After Zalath, is
Ooh, hold on. Could I use my movement and kind of like step around this individual? Like, can I get on this side of them?
yes, yeah,
Okay, cool. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. And then I'm done. Sorry.
yeah. You got enough movement for
I
that.
just wanted to be within range of Zarin.
Okay. Yeah, because the next person that gets to go is the person that Zaren's been beating up on.
Yeah.
So they are obviously not going to be happy with Zaren right now.
Oh God, Christy.
We've got 2 greatsword attacks coming to Zaren as he picks the sword up and he starts to kind of like swing it, and he does this cool like gesture where he flicks it around and puts it into his grip. It looks like he knows how to use this thing, and he goes to try to bring it down. He pulls it up and tries to slash across front shoulder first and rolls terribly for an
Just needs to hit
11.
once. The 11 does not hit, but he just needs to hit once.
Second one comes in 13.
He's not gonna hit.
Not gonna hit. Not gonna hit.
He only gets to make 2. Okay, so here's what happens though. As a bonus action,
Uh-oh.
you see him start to kind of whisper under his breath, and all of a sudden he just goes, and he vanishes from in front of you. And let me see. Rayla and Cleo, you see him. He's actually on the top part of the loading ramp of the ship.
Okay. So
Where
not
he
up by
appears.
me,
He's not where you are. He's like a deck below,
underneath. Yeah.
underneath. That's where he appears. And then with his movement, he kind of like runs into the vessel where you guys cannot see him.
Don't like that. Okay.
Okay. So I'm just going to
That's the
put
new
him
priority,
temporarily
got it.
on the GM layer right now so you guys can't see where he is going. That ends his turn, bringing us to Rayla.
Okay.
Let's go,
Well,
Rayla.
yeah. So first of all, I'm moving towards where that guy just went.
Okay.
You
got
I can
it.
get to like. I'm assuming the ramp is like underneath this part, right?
Yeah, probably 3 more squares to the left would be the top of it.
Okay. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'll use my movement to start heading in that direction, and then while I'm doing it, I would like to cast. Oh wait, there's her button. She is here. Okay. I'm gonna cast Wither and Bloom.
Wither and Bloom. Oh no.
So I'm casting it.
Oh
on-
no.
I'm casting it on. It's a 10-foot radius sphere. So it's gonna hit the 2 dudes. It's basically that shape.
Yeah, okay. Got
So
it.
it hits those 2 dudes, and it also hits the captain, but she's not taking the damage part because I can choose who it hits.
You can choose who it hits. Got
so
it.
the 2 of them need to make a Constitution saving throw, and
Oh
then
boy.
the captain can roll one of her unspent hit die and regain hit points equal to that plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is 4. So 1d10 plus 4 you can heal. And they have to roll.
Well, is it a 15? Was it your...
Yes.
Okay, the first one barely succeeded. The second one fails.
Silvery barbs. I'm not playing around. Like I'm not even. Yeah, it's silvery barbs.
And fails. Rolled worse.
Okay, and I'm gonna give the captain the advantage from that. So yeah, they are going to take. Where is it? Ooh, almost max 11 points of necrotic damage.
11 points of necrotic damage. One of them falls at Zaren's feet.
Nice.
Yeah, so these these tentacles like rise up out of the ground and they like all of them are like really skinny and they like bore into the Gith's skin and like begin like pulling all of the blood out, and then one of them like goes up and probably like latches into the captain's neck, but it pushes all of the blood in and heals.
Oh, gross.
That's so cool. I think Cleo, you would probably realize and know that the one that you had kind of like with your mark on it is the guy that fell. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Good.
Right.
I need that mark.
Well done, Rayla.
Do I see the guy that went into the ship?
You're still kind of at the bottom of the ramp, so you're just seeing the ramp, and you can't really see above it. You'd have to move up to the top of the ramp to be able to see into it.
Can I see? Can I see? An unoccupied space within 30 feet inside of the ship.
An unoccupied space within 30 feet. You can. It's like off the ground a little bit, because the way you're looking at an angle up the ramp,
Yeah,
so you're not seeing like
the ground.
8 feet.
I starlight step there.
Okay.
And I just like
And you just kind of flutter to the ground.
Yeah. I mean, technically, I like fall. I don't get to.
It's not high enough to cause any damage or anything. So.
Yeah, I land. Do I see this man?
Okay, what he is doing currently is you can see him. He's going up a set of stairs. It looks like it's leading to a hatch type area.
So basically, if 30 feet directly forward is like where, well, I guess it's technically not 30 feet horizontally. It would be like less than that, because the hypotenuse or something.
Yeah.
Math.
You would probably be about 30 feet away from him.
Okay, so
At most.
I'm like
this.
basically
We have
under
to. Yeah. These tokens right now aren't like really in like the way that because I'd have to pull the other map in here, and it'd just be easier just to kind of abstractly theater of the mind this.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, as long as I see him.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. You got it, Rayla.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna just call out to him and be like, I can't wait to feel your blood run down my hands as I choke the life out of you. That's it. That's my turn. He doesn't understand.
He doesn't understand what the word you're saying.
I absolutely love that spell. I love Wither Bloom. It's
With
so
that.
good.
Actually,
So
that's the
good.
first time I
That
think
was
I've had
really
anybody
helpful, thank you.
cast that.
Yeah,
That's the first time I've ever had that. Yeah.
Scylla cast it one time,
she did cast it one
but
time.
not that. It's a newer one. It's from Strixhaven.
Yep.
So
Got
in
it.
your time DMing, probably not, because it's fairly
Yeah.
new.
Yeah. Cool. All right, that brings us to the top of round 3 with Cleo and Caesius.
Rayla, you need backup?
Not
Good.
at all.
Alright, and I will, I'm gonna zip in here then.
Yeah, I think Zaren looks at you and kind of motions to the guy in front of her, and she's like, I'll get my brother and handle this one.
Yep. And I will stab on this guy.
All right.
So that is a 16 to hit. No,
16 or 17?
7. What's 9 plus 8? 17, right? Yeah,
17.
17. Let me double check, but I think that's going to be good enough.
And I'll move my planar
Yeah,
warrior
17.
to him.
17 just hits.
All right, I'll use my bonus action to move planar warrior to him.
All right, you got it.
That's 10 damage on that
My
one.
hunter's mark dropped, by the way.
And then second attack definitely hits them. So that's gonna be 9 damage. So 10 and 9.
10 and 9. Okay.
So just stab him.
All right. Let me double check real quick something. Okay. He's looking very rough, Cleo, as you're kind of gouging through him. He is barely able to stand, but he is still standing in front of you and does not look like he's willing to even back down from you, even if you're gonna... These guys look very much like, I'm not going to bow down or retreat. I'm going to fight till the bitter end.
Oh,
that's
that's
the vibe
okay.
you're getting.
Cleo's in kill mode anyway, so she's like, you don't get to run away. It's all right.
You can sense a very strong sense of pride among these Gith. All right. Caesius is going to make a death saving throw. And he fails. That brings us to this individual up here on the deck, who is currently restrained by fiery chains.
Oh, yeah, they take 2d6 fire damage.
2d6 fire damage. Go ahead and roll it up.
4. I'm really terrible, guys. I'm sorry.
Damage is being weird.
So he's looking very, very rough. Surrounded by these fiery chains, they continue to burn him. You can see like he's just gritting his teeth as these fiery chains are still kind of squeezing in on him. So restrained, he's kind of stuck.
0.
He can't move.
Yeah.
His attacks have disadvantage.
Yep. And they
but
have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
And if he moves, he's in trouble.
Yeah, he takes extra damage if he moves willingly.
He's just going to go ahead and try to make 2 disadvantage sword attacks against you.
Okay.
Here he goes. First one. That will definitely miss. It will scrape off of your armor. Does a 17 hit?
Nope.
Nope.
21 AC.
So just sparks just fly off of you as he's trying. You can see he can barely get the sword to where he can attack you with all these fiery chains wrapped around him. And he looks like he's having a really hard time, Zalath. That ends his turn.
I'm just gonna say to him, I told you not to run.
Yes. You have no idea what he's saying.
I'm offended whatever you just said.
Zarin, you're up next.
All right. Much like the Asari in Mass Effect, I'm going to psychically Mystic Step in an area and go 30 feet. And then use my 35 feet of movement to get to my boy.
Okay. Yeah, you get right up there. It looks like this this Gith in front is like turning his blade like this, like he's getting ready to like stab down on Caesius.
Absolutely not. My hand reaches out and I like slam it down on his chest.
Okay.
Kind of like in a CPR fashion, and I'm going to pump, lay on hands. How many HP does my brother have? I know he's kind of a weakling. I would know, right?
Yeah.
Roughly?
Yeah, he has 27 total. That's
I'm
his
gonna give him
max.
20 hit. I'm gonna give him 20 hit points.
20 hit points, you got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him 20 hit points.
Well, he's feeling great now.
Yeah. Of course he is.
as his eyes just jet open from that impact that you put down on his chest.
We really gotta stop moving like this.
I skipped that lesson.
I know. I used all my movement to get here. Bonus action. That is my turn. I'm pretty much like on one knee, like aiming my sword at this person in front of us, and that is my turn.
Okay.
Michael.
Yeah.
I forgot the guy that's in front of me. At the end of his turn, he gets to make another strength saving throw.
Strength
See if
save.
he shakes off the shackles.
Also, the guy that Rayla is chasing is no longer hunter's marked.
No longer 100 marked. Okay, got
Yeah, it dropped.
All right. I will take that off so I remember. Got it. Cool. That brings us to Solon is going to do what Zalath had instructed him to do. And he is going to make his way. Making his way? His speed is 35. He's going to run and see you guys down here. Mm-hmm. 20, 30. He uses 35 to kind of rush up here, and he's gonna jump on like the wing out here.
Oh my god, is he running up the wings?
He's totally gonna do this.
Don't damage our ship.
Oh boy, because he also has spider climb that allows him to basically climb on anything.
Yep, he can just climb under.
So he's going to use his action to dash.
Zarin, I out of character might have a crush on your brother. I'm just saying.
I mean,
actually,
he has a crush on both my brothers.
Actually, he uses his bonus action to Misty Step. And he can Misty Step down to basically where you guys are. So he appears right here next to you. So that was movement and his bonus action.
If he has a glaive, doesn't he have reach?
He does have reach. That's why I put him right there. Yep.
Yeah,
So he's going to go ahead and make 2 attacks against this guy who is threatening his family. That one's gonna miss, unfortunately. He ducks out of the way of the glaive attack. Second one comes at him. Unfortunately, he has me rolling for him.
Yeah.
That's the unfortunate thing. He'd be cool if it was a PC. And somebody else. Because he missed both.
Sorry.
It was a cool attempt to get down there.
He still looks cool.
He just kind of looks at this guy and says, it's you and me. And then that ends his turn.
You don't understand anything you're saying, buddy.
So you have to, he just growls at him. That brings us to... these guys actually get to go. So Cleo, you are going to get 2 sword attacks from this guy that's standing in front of you that you were attacking earlier. So 2 great swords coming at you. Oh, that's a 23 to hit.
Yep.
9 slashing plus an additional 7 psychic.
That first one, I'll use my reaction to open my portal and make it hit something else.
Oh.
Cloud rune.
Where are you gonna?
So as the blade starts to go towards her, a portal opens up, and the blade goes through and then hits the person right in front of me instead.
No.
So he stabs his friend.
So he goes to stab you, and all of a sudden, Cleo, you see that familiar portal open up, and you swear you weren't going to be able to dodge this. The blade comes through, and Zalath, you just hear from next to you as this individual is no longer with us.
Yes.
He had 1 hit point left.
Nice.
No. No.
So the second attack is coming to you, though.
Yeah, that will probably hit me.
That's a natural 1.
Oh my.
Remember, the bad guys have me rolling for them, too.
Yeah.
All right, this guy slide. Well, he can't really slide over because, well,
He could scoot between them.
oh yeah, you know what he's gonna do? He can do this. He bonus action Misty Steps to the opposite side of Solon and is going to make 2 attacks against Solon. That's going to hit Solon. That's a natural 1, so the first one is going to hit. Doing 16 total damage. And that will end their turn, bringing us to Zalath.
Alright. How far of a drop is it from the deck of the ship down to the ground?
I think I said for Zarin it was like 15,
Yeah, it was like
15 feet, 15, 20
Okay,
feet.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
let myself down because I'm that tall basically.
Like when
Yes,
you're
you
like
said
letting
that
yourself
was
down,
fair.
it's like imagine like the legs have like shocks, so it like bends down a little bit as you're pulling down.
So yeah, I moved down, and then so that takes about 5 feet of movement, and then yeah, I'm gonna
Amazing.
move up to this person. That's
This person
next to
harassing
Cleo.
Cleo, you got it.
Yeah,
Leo's
and I'm
like, you shouldn't have tried to hit me. You made my boyfriend mad.
I'm going again. I'm gonna use Booming Blade, and we're gonna try and hit this guy.
All right, go for it.
24 to hit.
That hits.
All
Very
right,
nice.
So here we go.
See, this is when Zalathris is taking it seriously.
I rolled 1 on that
Oh,
damage. Cool.
party.
Oh no.
And then a D8. So they took 11 points of thunder damage,
Okay.
and then another 1. So 12 points of thunder damage.
12 points of thunder. So is this a punch? Is that what you're
Yeah,
doing?
it's a
You're
punch.
just punching this guy?
Yeah, I'm just. Bam,
And
you know?
you're still. Do you still got that like vibrating armor going
'cause-
on as you do this?
every time I use Booming Blade, it like my fist starts to like have this like force field like vibration thing going on. And yeah,
Mhm.
so I hit.
You slam into this guy, and it's like a as you hit, and he goes flying back away and slams into one of these crates back here, and just goes into the crate.
Nice.
He is down.
That will end my turn though. I can't do anything else. So
All right, the
I'll just look
individual.
look down at Cleo and give her a thumbs up.
Okay.
See, I knew you could do it, love.
The individual that was running all of a sudden pops up out of the top hatch and starts running this way. And this map is not drawn exactly like the way the map is supposed to be drawn. So there's like stairs here on the other map, so that's why I haven't really been like using that as a barrier for you guys. And there technically is another hatch, like where this mangonel is.
Okay.
So you can see that he's like Zalath. You can probably see like the top of his head moving.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the party would have a hard time seeing him, but Rayla, you can see him kind of disappear up above. So that's about 5, 10. And then he disappears again.
You can try and get away with the ship.
And that's all he does during his turn. Bring us to Rayla.
How far can I get with my movement? Like, can I get to the top of the?
Yes. Yeah, you can get back out of the
So it's.
top. You'll probably, once you get there, you'll probably have about 10 feet of movement left if you're a 30 foot, if your movement is 30 feet.
Okay, so then that will get me on top of the ship. Right there. Can I see the hatch? Or is it
You
like,
can see the
upstairs?
hatch. Yes, you can see the hatch.
Can I see into the hatch?
It's closed.
Can I lift the hatch?
You can lift the hatch.
Can I see into the hatch?
You can, but what you see is... Let me double check. I want to make sure. When you look down into that hatch, you see what looked to be a set of stairs that seem to slope down.
Can I see the bottom of the stairs?
You cannot from your current spot.
Okay. And that's basically the only pathway is down those stairs.
Yes, that's the only path.
Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do another starlight step as far as I can get. I've got 30 feet.
Okay.
So
okay.
however far I can see is how far I go.
You know what? I'll go ahead and move you over to this new map. I think it'll make it easier for you. So let me put you where you are.
I'm suddenly playing a different game. It's
You
like
are playing a
Mario
different game, that's right.
Let's go! Literally up and down the platform.
Let me see. I'm gonna take Rayla right here. I'm gonna grab you and see if I can put you on that map. Okay, are you seeing a different map?
Yes.
Okay, can you see your token?
Yes.
Okay, that is what you see.
And I see this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he looking like real hurt?
He looks pretty bad.
Looks pretty bad. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
His wounds are still technically glowing from my vow of enmity.
Yeah. I would like to cast upon this man a spell. I think I shall cast... Oh, that could be kind of fun and zesty. Sorry, I didn't think I was gonna be able to get to him.
Oh yeah, you got to him.
Everything that I do is a saving throw. So I am gonna... Alright, let me just hit him with a cantrip. Let me hit him with... Can't regain hit points. I'm sorry. Oh! I'll mind slip. No. No. I'm sorry. Oh my god.
You're alright.
Okay, he's within 5 feet of me. So I'm gonna...
I would say he's probably 10 feet away.
Oh, okay.
Because you're like one... it's... The way that stairs are on this map is kind of awkward.
Okay, I'm gonna chill touch him.
Okay.
14.
14, unfortunately, is not going to do it.
Okay.
So your
Well-
your tentacly chill touch as it tries to grasp him, unable to. He runs a little bit faster away from you.
Okay, that's my turn.
It's your turn,
It's
okay?
I've got him where I want him.
Very nice. We move on to top of round 4 with Cleo and Caesius on deck. Gotta go back to the other map.
I didn't see this guy. Well, I saw him come up on deck and then disappear again.
You probably had a hard time seeing him from your location.
Okay.
I think
So
the only
I don't-
person that saw him was probably Zalath, just because of how tall he is.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't
And
know what's
Rayla,
going on up
obviously.
there.
Rayla knows exactly where he's going. Rayla's got
I didn't know if I
this
saw
pinned
him
down.
come up here.
No, you didn't see that.
Okay. Alright, then I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna switch to my bow and I'm gonna shoot the guy over here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make him mark him with my planar warrior as well.
Okay, you got it. Planar warrior marked.
So that is an 18 plus 8, which I assume will hit.
That hits, yes.
8, 9, 14 damage.
Nice.
And my second attack is an 18 to hit.
That will also hit.
And that is 12 damage.
12 points of damage as 2 arrows come flying in, striking true. Did you want to move?
I don't think I need to, because Rayla said she's got that handled, and I have so much movement, I could literally probably get to this guy and could have got to this guy and stabbed him because of his upper strike. But I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna stay where I am and, wait for another shot.
Okay. Caesius is just going to move over a little bit and throw 2 throwing stars at this guy. That will hit. And the second one will unfortunately miss. So he throws another star into this guy, dealing a little bit of damage. And he actually gets sneak attack because his brother's there. So that's a total of 11 points of damage from that as he gouges into this one. He's looking very hurt, stumbling a little bit backwards as these arrows and throwing stars strike true. And that brings us to Zarin with Solon on deck.
All right. Well, since I'm at less than half my hit points, you guys see, probably for the first time since she's actually still up, her fangs elongate and she moves a little bit faster. And I'm gonna try and bite him.
Nice.
I'm going straight for his throat.
Vampire mommy. Do it to him.
Hey, that's pretty good. Might have hit. That's 18 plus 7 to hit.
That's gonna do it.
Alright. Ooh, but still, I get 5 healing. Oh wait, I get advantage because I'm at less than half my hit points. Let me just see.
See if you crit.
Advantage from Soul Reaver.
Oh, that is true.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
that's one lower, so that's fine. That's 5 damage, but I'm gonna do it one more time.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yo, can you smite him on? Can you smite on a bite? He doesn't need a smite, but can you smite on a bite?
It's a weapon attack, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I
Unarmed attacks are
think
considered
I would
weapon attacks.
totally allow it, but I'm gonna let you know that you don't even have to roll damage on this.
Okay.
He only had 2 hit points left.
Yeah, she needs to.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, if it matters for your healing, go ahead and roll
Yeah,
it.
I'll just, because I have to, hang on. 2, 6 plus. Ooh, that's an extra 10 healing. Oh,
10 healing. There you go. So
take that.
Solon is standing there getting ready to attack, and then all of a sudden Zarin just jumps in, rips this guy's throat out, and slams him down to the ground, going into vampire mode. And then Solon just kind of stands up, puts the butt of the glaive down on the ground, and looks at you as like, well, thanks.
I needed that.
You hungry?
Not anymore.
Nice. And that's oh, you still got some movement if you'd like to use it.
I do start from a movement, so I'm gonna start. Well, hang on. I haven't used my bonus action. That was just my attack. I'm gonna Misty Step
Okay. Where'd you like to Misty Step to?
up to the top, because that's where I last saw. Because I saw them going into over here. I saw them run in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna try and like. I don't know where he is, but I'm gonna try and meet her from the other direction.
Yeah. You can Misty Step up probably to that first. You could probably get to here. Yeah. You can probably get to there with your Misty
And
Step.
I think that's my turn. And as I like whatever movement I have left, I'll just look around for her.
Okay. Yeah, you're just kind of looking around. You don't see, I mean, you don't really see any evidence of anybody. The other Gith is on the top deck, completely bleeding out, and
Okay.
that's all you can really tell right now.
Okay. That's
All
my turn.
right. Excellent. Solon gets to go. He doesn't really know what to do other than kind of get over to console his brother. Because looking around, it doesn't appear that there's a threat. So Solon is going to pass the turn to. It would actually be Zalath's turn.
Okay. The person up here that I killed, that was on the top of the deck, did they have plate armor?
They were wearing a breastplate that was pretty well hidden by some breastplate. Mm-hmm.
Did any of these people have plate armor? by any chance? Like the one that I knocked into the box, or the one that's dead right here?
They have half plate on.
Okay, so that okay.
Mhm.
I'm looking for an upgrade on my armor, and they don't. Never mind. I'm just gonna walk over to the edge of the ship, and I will just climb back up to the top, and then hold down my hand for Cleo if she wants a lift up.
She does. She does. She was about to ask for updates.
So,
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just. That's my whole turn. I don't know what else to do. So.
Okay, excellent. So we go back into the ship, where it is the individual that is squaring off against Rayla's turn.
Yeah.
He turns around, seeing that you're coming near, and looks to you. He looks very bloodied and injured, but he looks to you and smiles and starts to speak, but you don't understand what he's saying. He says, and he just runs towards you with his sword. And he's going to try to make 2 attacks against you.
He'll probably hit.
That's a 22 to hit?
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
And that's even better.
You know what? Silvery Barb's the second one.
Second one, Silvery Barbs?
Yeah.
15?
Yeah, that still hits.
Still hits? Okay. So you are going to take...
But I give myself advantage.
You take 11 points of slashing damage from the first strike, plus an additional 14 psychic.
Ooh, I'm resistant to psychic damage.
Oh, there you go. So only 7 psychic. And your second attack was 11 points of slashing, plus only 6 psychic. So you take 3 psychic in the second one. As each one of these strikes seems to cause you to have this severe pain in your head at each strike. Okay. And after that, he can do this 3 times per day. So, actually, Misty steps kind of the front is like hanging off the side of the spelljamming helm with this blade ready.
Oh, like he popped away from... Is he still in the room?
Yeah, he's still in the room. He Misty stepped in the room. He just got away from you.
Gotcha.
At some distance, okay? And that ends his turn. Bring us to you, Rayla.
I look at him when he says that, and I'm like, do you think you can run, little lamb? Run right into the slaughter. And I'm gonna cast Blight on him.
Oh no!
So I need him to make a Constitution saving throw, because I'm not messing around anymore.
23.
That saves, but he still takes half damage.
Alright. You can roll it up.
27, so half of that is 13 necrotic damage.
Necrotic damage. Describe this blight for us. He's still up, but describe what it looks like.
I feel like he just kind of starts choking, and all of the vital fluids are just pouring out of his pores and out of his mouth.
Oh,
and
man.
just dropping onto the ground. And
Brutal.
then they slither away from him. And he starts to get all sunken in and nasty, and Rayla's just smiling at him.
He's looking terrible, and it's to the point where his muscle underneath is revealing skeletal formations and stuff as you're looking at him. He's not looking good at all.
Yeah. And then I don't really have a lot that I can do. I can't see anybody but him, so I can't do a whole lot there. You know what? As a bonus action, I'm gonna turn some points into spell slots and stuff. I'm gonna do that. But I don't need to. I'll put it in the chat what I'm doing, or I'll say it when I'm done because I need to think about what I'm gonna do for it. But I do it.
Okay. You got
That's
it.
my turn.
So technically we're at the beginning of round 5, which would be Cleo and Caesius. And Zalath had put his hand down for Cleo.
Yeah, I assume that he knows where everybody's at, and there's a reason we're all heading up on top of deck, so I'm going to take his hand and hop up on deck with him.
Hey, give me 1 second. My cat is clawing at my carpet at my door. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm spending 6 sorcery points to get my 4th level spell back.
Leo has taken 0 damage.
Oh, good. Sorry about that.
Michael, I converted 6 sorcery points into a 4th level spell. That's a lot.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I am going to hop up, I think, on Zalath's shoulder so that I can get a better view. And I'm going to look off into the, I'm going to do, looking around to see if anybody approaches from any other direction. And I'll prepare an action to shoot anybody who gets within 120 feet of this ship.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Uh, 20 total.
20 total. Okay. You don't see anybody approaching as you're looking around. One thing that you do notice is towards the back, like the shoulder blade area of the husk of the god that you're standing upon, there is what seems to be below the shoulder blade area, this cloud of gray dust. It's thicker than the astral sea, mist that's formed all around you. But it looks like it's, if you've ever seen a power plant or something that had the big exhaust towers and the smoke is billowing out, but it's very slow. It just looks like it's kind of sitting there. It's one of those type things. When you look at the shoulder areas, it's this billowing kind of thick gray dust that seems to be just billowing out from the middle of the shoulder blades as you're looking out there.
Yeah, I'll just keep an eye on that, and like I said, anything comes within 120 feet, I will shoot it.
Okay, awesome, perfect. That brings us to Caesius, who is kind of looking around at what to do, sees Zarin up there, and starts rushing towards the... Actually, Spider climbs up the leg. And can get to right there. And then just can bonus action technically, I think, dash. Let me see. I think he can. Yeah. Cunning action. He dashes up onto the deck and kind of looks at you, Zarin, and is like...
Is that everybody? Did we get it covered?
Rayla was chasing someone. Find him.
Oh, right, will do.
And he is actually going to probably find that hatch and open it up and descend down the hatch as well. He's not going to quite get there, but he'll get down. And Rayla, you can start to hear somebody's feet slam down and start coming down the steps. So that one, Caesius' turn, bringing us to Zarin. You're up.
I follow my brother. Yeah.
All right, and you would actually get there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab these 2 tokens and just move them over there so you guys can see.
Yeah, I
them.
have 35 feet of movement and also a spider climb. I always forget I have it.
Yeah, I love that spider climb feature of this. Okay. So I'm gonna put Caesius here. Zarin, I'm gonna when I move you over, I'm gonna move you kind of ahead because it's really cramped here.
Okay.
in this map. And I'll move you over to that map right now. So, Zarin, you're going to come over here. And you should go to a new map. You see yourself?
Yes, sir.
And you can see this badly injured, decrepit-looking Gith just standing on the edge of the spelljamming helm, just prepared with his blade.
All right. Is that all my movement? Like, I can't get up to him, right?
5, 10, 15, 20. You went right there would be 25 feet.
Technically, could get to him, but
Technically.
I am gonna do a chaos bolt from the circlet.
Oh. A chaos bolt from the circlet.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Roll for it.
Yeah, I think you have to roll to attack with a chaos bolt.
I don't think that's gonna hit. That's 9 plus 5, so it's 14.
14. He ducks behind the helm, and your chaos bolt blasts into the side of the helm.
All right.
Dissipate. The magic dissipates.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Mark the charge. And I kind of like look at Rayla as I miss. I'm like, I have something for you after we're done here. Just tap the circlet.
Very nice.
Your tithe is appreciated.
I think you're gonna really like this tithe.
Yes. Solon basically is going to stay outside and just kind of like he's basically just going to make most of his movement is going to be running up there. So that
Could I use, since I still 10 feet of movement, can I like get within Rayla's space? Like, can I like push her behind me or no?
Well, you couldn't really like. You could back up to like here.
Yeah. Okay.
And you'd be kind of in front of her. Like protecting her. Yeah, if that's what you wanted. Yeah,
yes,
of course.
That's what I'd like to do.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Cool. So after Solon would be Zalath, you're actually up.
So I really don't want to. I mean, I'm just gonna stay up here, hold my action to make sure that if any enemies come within range of me, I'm gonna hit them.
Yeah.
And basically just keep a lookout with Cleo up here because I don't want to shrink down and go down where I saw that guy go.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm just gonna stay up here and just keep an eye out and.
You definitely couldn't get below deck in that in that large state.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye out, give Cleo a good perch to also keep an eye out from, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So.
Okay. This individual rushes forward and is going to go right for Zarin. 2 attacks.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Okay. It was worth it as long as Rayla's still up.
I'm sorry, I'm so low on spell slots. Otherwise, I would have silver barbs for you.
It's okay. It's okay. You're fine.
And the second one is a natural 1.
Oh well, that definitely does not hit.
So, I'm gonna roll for this so that I can get the full effect.
I might be
Nice.
okay. Probably not.
19 slashing damage.
Okay.
Plus an additional 16 points of psychic damage.
Ow. Yikes.
Oh no!
Not this
Zaren's
again.
unconscious.
Get it out of here, Christy. Get it out of here.
Oh no! Zaren goes down, and Zaren, as you're fading, your vision is fading. You just hear, you can see like a smirk on this withered and decrepit Gith's face as he looks so injured. But that one lucky strike just makes an impact, and you just hear him kind of chuckle a little bit as you fade from your consciousness.
Zaren smirks because it was better her than anyone else.
Rayla, you're up.
Is he within melee or is he out of range?
Technically, Zaren was in melee, so you would be behind. So he's technically, you would have to step over Zaren's body to be in melee.
Okay, is he wearing armor?
He is.
Okay, is it metal?
It is.
Okay, so technically I already had advantage because of silver barks, but I get advantage also because he's wearing metal. I'm gonna shock and grasp him. I'm gonna walk up to him, and I'm gonna just shock and grasp him.
Oh, nice. Take your attack with advantage.
22 to hit.
That hits.
14 points of lightning damage, and he can't take reactions until the start of his next turn.
Well, he ain't gonna need a reaction. Tell us how you take him down.
He like knocks the captain down, and he probably like is like ha ha ha, and then he looks at Rayla and just sees that there's like lightning crackling all over her, and like it's not even the hair. She just like goes up to him and just like very lightly like puts her hand on his throat, but then digs her nails in, and they're like very long and claw-like, and just like shocks him, and just like keeps gripping, and he's like all withered. So like when he's dying, she crushes his trachea, and then just drops him.
And there's
And
this.
it's like,
There's just a sizzle from the body as it slams down, laying there right next to Zaren's unconscious body. And that will take us out of initiative order.
I immediately put a potion of healing into Zaren's mouth.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your hit points as you do that.
5 points of healing.
5 points of healing to
2d4
Zaren.
plus 2, yeah. I rolled a 2 and a 1, sorry. Finally, I got it. Good kill. Captain,
And,
can you please stop joking around?
Well done.
We'll take you guys out of initiative order, so you guys are able to move and respawn and react at will at this current moment. So whatever you'd like to do, it's your opportunity.
I hold out a hand to the captain to help her up.
Yeah, I take it. Get up. Oh, that one hurt.
I hurt him more, don't worry.
Now I'm
It made me
hungry
angry
again.
to see that he did that to you.
Better me than you.
That's true, it really does hurt. I'm glad that my mind is shielded from psychic attacks. Otherwise, I probably would have also fallen unconscious.
Is he in, like, is this a helm, like the helm?
It is. This is basically the bridge area of this ship. It's very small. You can see the spelljamming helm there floating with glyphs kind of cascading onto the floor. There is another hatch there on the floor.
Can I look down
And
it?
there's also 2 doors, one to the right and one to the left. And that area in front you can see out, which is like a window, kind of like a glass pane window that's in front of the vessel.
I'm gonna go to the back and just use my mage hand to push open the door
The top hatch? Yeah.
Yeah, the
sure.
hatch that everyone knows where we are. And then my
Opens up.
little tendril of hair then like waves at everybody, does like a princess everybody, and then it comes back down.
Both
Very
looking the
nice.
opposite direction, so neither of us see you.
But I eventually, like, very quickly shrink back down to my normal size because after a minute it goes away. So
Okay. As the
I'm
last
still on
shrinks
your
back
shoulder,
down.
though.
yeah, that's totally fine.
Zarin, you said you wanted to look down the. Did you want to look down the?
Yeah,
The
I just
other,
want to
like,
secure
hatch.
the location, basically,
Okay.
to make sure that there's not more people in here.
Okay, so when you look down, when you open up this hatch, it seems like currently because you're in the gravity plane of the god, it's a
Right.
little weird because as you look under, it's almost as if when this thing is in space, its gravity plane is right on the floor that you're on. So,
So it's the same as the scorpion?
right, so this one would be a
Okay.
normal upside down room.
Right.
And there is what looks to be, it's just a ballista room that fires out the front.
Noted.
Okay.
Okay. I'll check the body that Rayla just zapped. See if there's anything remaining.
While they're
Um,
doing that, can Zalas, do you want to go ahead and start moving these bodies onto this ship?
Sure, I can do that.
Okay. Zarin, on this body, it's wearing these pretty nice plate armor.
Oh, there's
And also has a very nice great sword that seems to be like the blade almost looks to be some kind of nice high gloss silver. Beautiful looking blade.
Yeah, I'll take the armor and the glaive and see if Zalath or any of the other members need or want use of
Oh,
this.
it's a great sword is what it is. It's just a
Okay.
beautiful blade on it. Yeah, it has these intricate markings in the blade, and it just looks very, very well crafted and well made. Like somebody put a lot of time and effort and care into crafting this.
Is it magical or is it just like a really ornate silvered weapon?
You're not 100% sure if it's magical or not. You'd have to do some kind of deep delve or have
But it
somebody
is silver,
identify.
though?
From what you can tell, you believe it to be. Yes.
Oh, okay, well that's still worth something. So yeah,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
definitely take the
It's
great
definitely worth
sword.
something.
I'll definitely take the great sword, and I think we get the plate for Zalath.
Mhm. Yeah, probably take you a
Play
little
around
while
with
to
that. Yeah.
get it off of them and start kind of taking that armor off. What about you, Rayla? What are you doing while you're in there as well?
Are there any like orders, like a directive, like a piece of paper that is like do this, like on him or in this room, like any kind of like papers or anything really shiny that I can take?
They're not here. This looks pretty plain. It's just basically the helm and a lookout place, but there are two doors. There's one on the top part of the room, and there's one in the bottom part of the room there.
If that's the front of the ship, that's left. Down is left, so I'm going down here.
You go down? Okay. Is it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the doorway there. So you walk into there, and you can see like there's like a hammock set up. Looks like a sleeping area. You can make an investigation check or a perception check as you're kind of middling about.
You know what? The ancestors gave me advantage on investigation using my racial ability. Or not advantage, they gave me proficiency. And that's an 8 total. The ancestors did not help me.
Oh no.
They did not help.
Yeah, you're looking around and you do see there is like underneath the hammock there's like this almost like black very fine cloth. It just seems to be like crumpled up on the ground. It could have been like you probably think of it more of like maybe a pet's like bed or something like that, or it could be something of that nature, just kind of laying on the floor.
I feel
There
like
is-
I pick it up like Like I'm like holding it out. Like what is this?
It does kind of smell kind of weird. It's a very nice fabric. But as you move it away, you see that there's these lines in the floor underneath it where you've moved the rug. Almost as if like there's some kind of doorway or some kind of hidden space that is underneath where the rug was.
They have a smuggler's hold.
You know what? The ancestors also gave me proficiency with thieves' tools, but I don't have them. So, yeah. Can I open it? Does it open?
You do need something to kind of. It's almost as if it's like flat with the floor in the way that it is built. So you need something to kind of like get in between to kind of just get enough to where you can grab it to pull it up. Like it's specifically built to be difficult to open, and it's supposed to sit nice and flat. Mm-hmm.
I do have thieves. Wait, hold on. I have thieves tools. I have thieves tools in my inventory.
You do? A thieves tools or a dagger? I mean, a dagger would even might be able to work.
I have my athame, my ritual dagger. I'll take that in there and pry it open. I must have had thieves tools proficiency when we first started, and that was the tool set.
Probably.
Okay, so you're just gonna use those to try to work away. As long as you're using the tools, I'm not even going to ask you to do any rolls. I mean, the tools make it easy to kind of reach under there, kind of pull it up, and it starts to open up. And it's just this small little area in the floor. And there is what looks to be a very intricate looking, nice black box.
I take it.
Okay, you take it in your hand. Okay.
I should have checked it for traps, but she's not a rogue. I take it. Does it open?
You try to open it, and it appears to be locked.
Can I unlock it?
You can attempt, sure.
Is that a slight?
It's thieves' tools check.
It'd be thieves' tools with dexterity.
Okay, so I need a d20.
And if you're proficient with thieves' tools, you can add your proficiency bonus.
So that's a 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's no, like, you can't click thieves' tools check on D&D Beyond, which is why I'm like,
you have to kind of set it, yeah. So you work with this, and Zarin, you can hear, like, Rayla's up to something in the next room. You heard like something open up, and like you heard maybe like the scrape of a box along the floor as she's
I'm gonna go poke my head in just to see what she's up to.
Yeah, she's currently like has her lock picks inside this lock of this black chest, and she all of a sudden goes, and she gets really excited because she has unlocked the chest. And it goes, and really you can see the chest just open up just the slightest bit, and you open it up.
Blow up my ship.
Inside, it's laying in this nice, it's like form fitted to fit this thing. There is this intricately painted corked bottle inside. Also, there's a little indent off to the side, and it has this carved gemstone that looks like kind of like almost like a spin top shape. It's just like sitting. It's sitting. Is it a what?
Is it a Beyblade?
yeah, it's a Beyblade. That's what it is. It's a gemstone Beyblade. That's right. That's right.
The crossover nobody knew we needed.
Yeah, that's right. There is that, and there's also what looks to be like two spots where another like smaller potion type bottle like fits down inside, and then on the other side there's another one, so there's multiples in this. And I can show you guys in Roll20 what this initial bottle looks like. I'm going to show you guys a picture and make sure my GM notes show to players, show to everyone. This is what the bottle looks like.
Oh my God,
inside this
bougie.
chest.
Oh,
wow, so pretty.
And I'll show everybody on okay, so that's what the bottle looks like.
I want it.
I think I know what that is.
I have an idea, but Rayla doesn't.
Yeah, well, exactly. Zalath would know.
Yeah, I
either.
think others have an idea, but characters have no freaking clue.
So there's the bougie bottle, and then there's 2 more like bottles that are like just holding like
Yeah,
liquid.
it's like they're tucked down into the fabric of this thing, like nice and tightly, so they don't move around and break. You're not sure what they're filled with because you can't really see. You just see the corks at the top.
I close it and I look over at the captain. Another tithe. Thank you.
Yeah, I also found a sword that I want Zalap to look at. Be nice if it was magical.
Wait, what was the other thing in there other than the bottles?
There was what looked to be like a gemstone, like almost like a diamond-looking gemstone with like more like a spinny top kind of shape that was sitting in just like a recess in the padding to keep it firmly in position.
A fancy Beyblade.
Fancy Beyblade.
Captain, they love Beyblades!
That was my favorite game growing up.
I was never allowed to play with Beyblades.
Oh, that's such a shame. It's really fun.
Well, I'm satisfied. I didn't find any plans or anything, but I found something that looks important and perhaps worth a lot of coin, and it's very shiny, so I'm satisfied.
And I'm satisfied that they don't have it anymore.
Exactly. And now we can give Cecil this ship.
I should go get Cecil.
How is he going to fly this ship and the
I
Scorpion?
think you now have the Scorpion ship.
Oh, that's for me.
Oh.
I would leave that to Cecil, but I think that was the plan out of character. I think that's what he wanted, but I could be wrong.
We will
We'll
have to
wait
find out
for
from
Cecil.
Cecil when
Cecil
Cecil's
I know,
here.
next week. When-
You'll get a ship.
I will ask Cecil what his preference is for the
That's a
ship.
good idea. It's a fair idea. He's not entirely wrong about acquiring an armada of ships. It's not the worst idea he's had. Let's go show the others, let everybody know what's going on.
Okay. So yeah, you guys emerge back out with the rest of the group, and you reconvene.
I think Cleo has been trying to, with Zalath's help, make it look as much as possible like nothing took place. So all the bodies are like hidden below deck, and any like blood or whatever is like she's trying to like get that cleaned up as much as possible. So it looks like this place is completely like nothing happened. It's completely empty. Like maybe they just walked away.
Okay. Yeah, and you can the one part there is that one box that you threw that guy into, punched that guy into, that shattered and like dumped a bunch of food out everywhere. So there is one
Take that below
damaged
deck as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Just put it in the cargo hold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna hand the plate to Zalath as well as the sword. I'm like, I don't know when you have time to check this over. Just check for magic. I'm gonna go get Cecil and get him to start attuning to the ship.
Well, I mean, since we're gonna sit here and attune to the ship, I'll have that time. So, anything else?
I was gonna say maybe first check the box, the rainbow
Sure.
box.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can. Does anybody else have anything they want me to look over while we wait for Cecil to attune to the ship?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me look at this box first, and then we'll do all the items you all found.
They're mine.
That's fine.
Yeah, we.
Because if we know what the box is magic itself, so if we know what its magic is, then maybe we can get a better idea of what they're going to put in it.
All right, yeah, I'll leave that to you, magic people.
Yep.
Not
So, I will just sit down, Michael, next to this like box, the rainbow box.
Okay.
And I am just going to sit there and just I have to ritually cast Identify, so that's 11 minutes to do that.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm gonna get my brothers to stay on lookout
Okay.
I'm also going to take back the potion that I gave my brother because I ended up using my magic to heal him. I'm taking that back because I need it right now, and I'm gonna drink it as I go get Cecil.
Okay. You got it. So you're drinking that. You can go ahead and roll your hit points for it. Cleo is cleaning up.
And keeping an eye on
Keeping an eye out.
things to make sure.
Wow. Wow, amazing.
Captain, I was thinking we could hide. And then maybe they'll like not know anything happens. They'll still approach, and we can ambush them, I guess.
Yeah.
That
is fair.
11 minutes passes for Zalath's ritual cast of Identify. Basically, Zalath, what this is a magical box that suppresses divination magic.
Oh.
Meaning, whatever is in here would be extremely hard to locate or find while it's inside.
I will, of course, leave the box there because I don't want it to. I want it to be there for if anybody comes back, so they don't think it's weird. But I will walk back onto the ship because I'm gonna identify the other things on the ship.
And you don't believe that the pillow is magical.
Okay, thank you. You're not trying to hide this. Well, I guess they are hiding the pillow.
I'm going to hit Cassius with the pillow.
Wow.
I just take it out, hit him with it, and then put it back in.
Oh no! I've just been hit with the pillow of nightmares!
Oh no!
Oh, that sucks for you. Nightmares are awful. And then I will go back onto the ship, and I'm gonna stay under, in some place, like in the cargo hold or something like that, out of sight, and identify the other stuff that they want me to.
Okay. Just for the sake of brevity here, what were all those items that you guys wanted
Great
identified?
sword,
Great sword.
plate mail. Well, was the plate mail damaged? Like, was it dented or anything? From
Yes, it did have damage in it.
I want to identify that.
Yeah.
The great sword and whatever Rayla wanted
The
me to
bottles,
identify.
The box of bottles and Beyblade.
You want all those things identified?
Just the fancy
Just the
bottle
fancy
and the
bottle?
Beyblade
Fancy bottle and
for
Beyblade.
now. Yeah, the other two bottles will wait on.
Do the other
Okay.
two bottles look similar to this one bottle, or do they all look different?
Are you taking them out?
Well, I'm asking for Rayla. I mean, I'm not actually. This is
Rayla didn't tell me
not-
that she took them out, so I didn't
Oh.
describe what they looked like yet.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't take them out
was-
yet. I don't. You don't get to see them.
I wasn't. No, Derek was asking, not.
She'll look at them where no one can
Oh,
look.
sure.
No one else
Okay.
can see, and then she'll look.
So yeah, I'll identify this bottle and this Beyblade that's they're 22
Okay.
minutes. So it's
Oh,
good.
33 if you do the sword.
No, that's what I'm talking. Oh yeah, 33. Yeah, right. So 44 altogether.
So, question: what do you want to do first?
We'll do the sword first.
Sword first.
I'm always more interested in weapons.
You discover that the sword is not magical.
Okay.
It is silver,
Mhm.
and it is extremely well crafted. And by just taking the time to look over the sword, you believe that probably the Gith find that this sword is probably, like, they would die for this weapon. Like, if they ever lost this weapon or something ever happened to it and it was theirs, they would probably go on a vengeful wrath just to retrieve such item. It means, you can just tell by the intricacy with this culture, it just means that much to them. But other than that, that's basically what you get. And you probably understand that when crafted with your identify, this type of crafting probably enhances their abilities to be able to attack and do other things. It may not work for somebody who is not a Gith, but it definitely works for them and their culture and race. So, so that's the first one.
Yeah.
I mean, it still works as a silvered greatsword.
Yeah, it's still
Okay, so you have
Worth
that.
a lot of money, anyway.
Worth a lot of money, and probably a very rare item as well. Rare,
They
you
all
know,
had
rare on the Monday. Yeah, they all did have one. Yes.
So yeah, we can go around and collect all of them.
Yeah, we can do that.
What's next?
I'll do the bottle next.
The bottle next. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the bougie
Are
bottle.
you sure?
Are you
Are you
It's gonna
sure?
explode when I cast Identify on it.
If you touch it,
what?
it's over.
Immediately becomes non-magical.
Okay, I'm going to copy and paste what is in the GM thing of this
Oh.
item. So
Oh
you
my
can.
God.
I'm gonna let you read it for yourself, and I will share it with everybody. And wonderful. So I'm gonna save changes. You should be able to look at that bottle again and read what's below it.
Where's that pot?
This is in a freet bottle.
Okay.
A genie bottle. So, as an action, you can remove the stopper and release what is inside. We then make a roll to determine what that creature's response to you, if there's indeed a genie in this bottle, how that genie responds.
Oh, we know his name.
Okay, so I'll explain to Rayla what this is and tell her to make sure if you open this, make sure we all know what's happening just in case this thing is angry at you. And I'll hand it back to her.
Another faithful servant. Thank you.
Be very careful with that.
It cannot replace Whisper Spear. It cannot replace my fallen followers, but it certainly does help.
Yes.
Unless it decides to murder you, you know. But
Yeah.
And the stone is last?
The stone is last, yes.
This is an Ioun stone of sustenance. Meaning that while it's spinning around your head, you do not require food or drink.
Oh, cool.
Sustenance.
Mm-hmm.
I will also hand that back to you, Rayla, and explain what it does. I like food too much to use that. So
as you guys are kind of like pulling this the bottle out and stuff too, as you're moving the chest a little bit, there is like a jingle jangle underneath the padded part of the chest that these things are sitting into.
I take the chest away where no one can look at it, and I carefully take out the other 2 potions, and I look at underneath the padding.
Okay.
I don't let anyone come closer. If they do, I close the lid.
You like hide them from everybody. It's like, yeah.
I don't try and take a look.
Okay.
So.
Get the other one.
One of the bottles is empty as you pull it out. The other one does contain a cloudy liquid, and it looks like there's something floating around in it, and you look kind of closer, and it's kind of gross. It looks like a fingernail.
Oh my god,
Oh, Zalath, you can have this one.
Gross one.
Interesting.
I will take it. I'm gonna find this.
Is this actually empty, Zalath?
I can take a look at it. I'll take that, and I'll identify that one after.
After the one.
After
Okay.
the one with the toenail, which I'm pretty sure I already know what the toenail one is.
Yeah, underneath that foam padding, there is like a bed of gold and platinum pieces.
Oh.
I count it. I'm counting it while Zalath casts the spell.
Are you counting it? Sure.
So duck style, one at a time.
Yeah.
Just
1,
slowly making little piles.
2, 3, 4. So the first bottle is a potion of cloud giant strength.
Hell yeah.
I figured that's what it was.
The other one is indeed an empty bottle.
Yeah, this bottle
Okay.
is empty.
I'll put a potion in it later.
Make an intelligence check, Zalath.
See if you can tell what was in it.
Yeah, just make a standard intelligence check.
Question, DM. How many of those silvered weapons did we find?
There were 3, 4. There were a total of 5 silver
5?
greatswords. Yes.
Are they all different types of weapons, like greatsword, like rapier?
They're all considered greatswords, but they're all unique in design. Like
Okay.
each one looks like it was crafted by a specific person for
And
a
there's
specific
5.
person. Yeah, and there's 5 of them.
That was
And-
a 16. Sorry.
16. Oh yeah. Your hunch is that this was the exact same type of potion.
Oh, that
The empty bottle
is
is
the
probably
same as
was probably like the same one. The same. It used to
Oh.
be.
someone drank this potion.
So are they
Someone had
using
used
it for the whatever nefarious purposes?
I mean, they could have been using it to move the box, I guess.
But what if it was the people that they were waiting for?
I mean, that could be it also. This, I mean, it lasts for an hour. It makes you very strong. Okay, so that would have taken. Did I have to identify the empty bottle to realize it was empty? If I don't have to spend 11 minutes on it, I don't want to spend 11 minutes on it identifying it. That's what I'm asking.
I would say you probably would have.
Okay.
Just to be sure.
So we're looking at a little over an hour.
Can we take a short rest while this is happening?
This. If the rest of you, if you're not doing something, it's considered a short rest. So you guys
Yeah.
can go ahead and take a short rest.
I can't
Here.
remember, Michael. Did we say if I'm just identifying things, it counts as a short rest for me too?
I cannot remember. I think that's what we said. I
pretty
think
sure
we
we
said
did,
we were
yeah.
okay with that. Yeah.
Cool.
I
I am
technically, rules-wise, I don't think you're supposed to, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
allow it. Yeah,
Thank you.
you got it.
Also, the captain gave me the plate mail or the plate armor. I'm going to first mend it, so any dents or anything that's or scratches are mended out of it, and then I'm going to deactivate my armor with an action, and then I'm gonna start putting on this armor.
Okay.
I'm gonna start squeezing into it. Once I have it on, I will use another action to make it my arcane armor, so that it makes it's magical and it goes down into my bracelet too.
Oh, very cool.
Is your
Awesome.
AC even higher now?
Oh yes, it's much higher.
Oh no.
I think I have a 23 hour class now.
Also, at this time, Cecil is also attuned to the ship.
Does he
Since he's
pass
been
me
working
the
on the-
scorpion ship attunement back?
I would say he does, but I want to make
mean,
sure that that's what he wanted to do, because he's
I'll
not
ask
here
him
to
next
tell
time.
So
tell
you
me
never
for
gave it
sure.
back to Cecil though,
I
because you were
can
the one
just-
driving it when you all
Yeah.
when it
Yeah, you-
so-
I mean, but if Cecil came back to us to get the ship to bring it to fly it over, I could have passed it to him.
Gotcha.
Yeah, wouldn't I have had to for him to fly it over us?
I think he flew the bloodlust though
He threw
over the top.
Yeah, he flew the bloodlust.
The other one was
Oh.
waiting in the wings in
Your-
case you needed
Yeah,
it.
yours, the scorpion, I passed it to the followers.
Technically, one of your
Okay.
cultists is currently attuned to
Good
it.
for them. Good for them.
Yeah. All right. So you guys take
Okay,
the time
yeah, he
to
says
take a rest.
Rayla can have it.
Rayla can have
I'll
it?
talk
Okay.
to him in character next game.
Perfect. And as your rest is coming to an end, and Cleo, you take one look back over at that cloudy mass that seems to be just like kind of rising over the back shoulders of this dead god. That is where we're going to end tonight's session of Spelljammer Lost Divinity.